Captains, autumn is upon us. As the leaves start falling on the ground, a new batch of content arrives to our seas. Prepare to be amazed. Legends is all about famous ships, and it's time to welcome another, Musashi. One of the biggest and mightiest battleships ever built joins her sister ship Yamato in Legends. This Tier 8 Japanese juggernaut is ready to crush her foes with her 3x3 18-inch 406mm guns. With monstrous HP pool and robust torpedo protection, providing much-needed support for her exceptional battery stats. More mighty battleships. It's never really enough, is it? Alternate German line is arriving in early access with 4 new ships, wielding marquee long-range secondary batteries and torpedoes. Branch-topping Tier 8 Princeblip will arrive with the next update, as a mark of the branch being available for research. Autobots and Decepticons are back. This time with 6 reimagined gorgeous skins for legendary ships, including Gearing and Minotaur. What's more, every single piece of Transformers content from Commanders to Camouflages previously released will be available in the store again. Prepare to show off your skills. Ranked battles return for 3 seasons, including a milestone one, number 30. Both hardened veterans and newer players alike are welcome to participate and fight for prizes. 2 new projects are available in Bureau to boost the aerial might of your navies. Legendary carriers American Midway and Japanese Hakirio are here to rule the skies and the seas. Follow the warrior's code, samurai. We have a tide to turn.
Hello and welcome to the stream. I'm Final Boss, and today we have a huge assortment of things to look through. We have the alternate German battleship early access line with fairly accurate guns and some incredible secondaries. We have the Musashi, which I'm sure some of you are very excited for. Plymouth. We have the slightly reworked Wichita, which I'm sure we have mixed feelings here and there with. We have Midway and Hakirio. I'm sure I'm pronouncing that correctly.
Maybe.
Which the first legendary tier carriers are finally here, among with Agincourt, which will be coming here for free as part of a daily login challenge scheme later on in this update, and a whole assortment of new legendary tier Transformers camouflages. So we have a lot of content to get through today, but I am not alone. I am with...
Spoilers, you probably already heard me chime in, but I'm here at Princeblip, going to be helping everybody out with some stats and other data about ships and some other news. So.
Oh yeah, Blip. I expect you, of course, to give us some interesting facts about plenty of these ships, because as far as I'm aware, most of the additions except Plymouth existed. In a way, except the Zeton as well, maybe. But yeah, hi, I'm Robin. Nice to be here. I haven't been on a stream for a hot minute, and I'm happy to, especially an update stream, for all that matters. So there's 3 of us today, and hopefully we can give you some fun times, because there is definitely some fun content throughout the update. Anyway, how is everyone doing? I'm gonna do my classic, is the audio fine? Are we destroying your eardrums yet? If there's any issues with the stream throughout the stream itself, please tell us and we'll make adjustments on the fly. Otherwise, I mean, we can just dive in.
We got plenty to cover, so.
Final Boss made us the most succinct introduction covering almost all.
It was a strong start.
It was, yeah. I liked it.
Good.
Big time.
So, I don't know. We have a lot coming in. Dude, obviously dive in is appropriate with these new carriers, but...
Yeah. Basically. Oh, I'm stupid. That's not the right button. That's the right button. Here we go. All right. We're back to the Fiji port, which I'm a bit sad about, because I really liked the design, the stable.
Fiji port?
The fjords. Not bad. That's how it's called on PC. It's called Fiji.
No, it's fjords.
It's fjords?
Yep.
Well, I'm an idiot.
Fiji, as far as I'm aware, does not look like this.
All right, fair enough.
I don't think they have these significant mountains. I could be wrong, though.
There's a bit of a mic static. That's our AC. That's working for once.
We finally have it, guys. We have air conditioning.
It's either we die from a heat stroke or there's a bit of a microphone static. And between you and me, I'll get the latest stuff.
Some of you may die, but that's a risk I'm willing to take.
Yeah. So we already have a few questions in the chat already, and we'll try to answer them as much as we can. So out of the bat, there's no giveaways for this stream. We are the giveaway, us, just for you guys, as much as this is worth, I guess. And I've also seen regarding the bureau projects, what are their costs now, and so on and so forth. So as soon as we see any questions throughout the stream, we'll answer them.
I have a couple to answer right now, or rather announce. So the 5,000 doubloon option for the legendary carrier bureau missions are being pulled from the store temporarily until we can figure out a way to compensate users that have accidentally or otherwise buy both options, or prevent them from buying both options, because that doesn't actually work. And so for now the doubloon option is being pulled, but you can still buy the bureau projects for credits.
So
in a few days they should be back.
To show you how it is, Legendary Tier Midway and Hakirio are currently, I think it's going to be in the offers. Nope, it's going to be in the ships. Here we go.
Yep.
So they are currently available. These are bureau projects. You're not going to get the ship outright. But for 30 million credits, you can purchase the actual bureau project, which I already have. Or I don't have it. I just don't have enough credits to buy it right now on my account. But if you purchase them, then you'll have them as a normal legendary tier bureau project. It's going to remain on your account permanently as long as you start it, obviously. There's no deprecative times for this, meaning that they just, they're available this update, but once you have them on your account, they are on your account forever. Yep. So the first entry, now, obviously, we're going to be able to play them today. It's going to be a bit tricky because the three of us, the Legend staff plus the community contributors, are currently the only one that can play them for the CCs. So
trickery.
We're going to have some trickery going on to try and get into a matchmaking. Speaking of matchmaking also, the rule that was applied for the release of Tier 8, where Tier 7, 8 and legendary ships could be in the same battle, is now gone. Meaning that now it's back to the +1, -1 matchmaking, which is a big thing. Meaning that Tier 7 will not be facing legendary carriers. These are questions we've seen on our social media already. Fear not, it's going to be +1, -1 as it used to be. It's back to normal. Basically.
Yep.
Okay.
That's a big ship.
There was a quick question I saw a moment ago of someone asking if Musashi is higher than Yamato. So Musashi is Tier 8, whereas Yamato is a legendary tier.
Yeah, that was a question about the physical ship model.
Oh,
does it sit higher?
Sit
So-
higher.
sit.
So does it sit higher in the water?
I don't
believe
think so.
I think it's a few. I think it's about a foot higher.
Well, we can actually check right now.
Well, it has slightly worse shell grouping and almost no AA, whereas Yamato has ultimately better accuracy and AA. So there's still a natural progression. There's still reason to have both.
So here's Yamato. I'm going to get a couple of reference points, as in the plane is touching the mirador on the back. If I go back to Musashi, I know it's some weird trickery here, but if I go to Musashi, the plane is at the same level, exact same level. So I think in terms of gameplay, they are the same. It's essentially the same hull, except as you can see, Musashi is sacrificing a bunch of anti-air mounts to get these extra 155mm gun secondaries. You can see
there's
this.
no AA.
There's both on the side here. Yeah. As Final Boss said, much less AA when you compare to Yamato, which is riddled with it, but has, of course, less 155 secondary mounts. Disclaimer, please don't build Musashi for secondary builds. It's not worth it.
That's not going to be the role of the ship.
Nope.
But if you want to build secondaries, the German battlecruisers are here.
Oh, yeah. And that's something I'm pretty excited about.
And so we have now in early access, rather starting Thursday in early access, we have the Derflinger, Mackinson, Prince Heinrich, and Zieten. Not Zeiten, Zieten.
That's how they pronounce it.
Yes, because basically the trick in German is that if the E follows the I, it's E. If the I follows the E, it's I in the pronunciation.
Logic.
So
I'm already confused. Just Zeiten.
Yeah.
Zeiten.
No, Zieten. Zieten.
Zeiten.
Connor, as a British person, you're confused about discrepancies in languages. That's pretty surprising. And I'm
why
French.
why
by
you
saying
bullying
this.
me?
I'm
Why
not
you
bullying
bullying
you.
me, fool?
Look, I'm not bullying you. I'm French. Every language has their own
I
discrepancies. to be
butcher
fully honest.
literally every name, even some British ship names I butcher. So
Yep.
So, Blip, what can you tell us about these German battlecruisers? Which one existed? Which one are designs or prototypes or inspirations?
Right. So Der Flinger definitely existed. This was nicknamed the Iron Dog of Jutland.
Wow.
Because basically the British tried to sink it and really tried to sink it. But she just wouldn't go down. Saw a lot of service throughout World War II. It was at Dogger Bank, it was at Jutland, it was at second Heligoland Bight, maybe the first one as well. It just got a lot of service. Probably the most famous German battlecruiser, I would say. And then Mackensen was supposed to be the next ship after Der Flinger, the next battlecruiser, but she was never completed. She was under construction, but never got finished due to the end of World War I and the economic instabilities towards the end. Prince Heinrich was going to be an enhanced version of the Mackensen class. That was going to use the 380 millimeter guns from the Bayern class, or the Baden class. And then Zieten is based off of a design study where they were basically, towards the end of World War I, they had decided to more or less settle on the battlecruiser design lineage. And so they were designing a series of what they were calling fast battleships, basically, or fast armored combat ships. Zieten represents one of those designs. If I remember right, it's 32, 30, or 41 or something like that.
All right. So TLDR for these ships, essentially, don't play them like your normal German battleship. They're not called battleship for a reason. They're called battlecruisers. In terms of armor, they're going to be subpar to your Bismarck and other Bayern and stuff like that. Essentially, it's a line of Prince Eitel Friedrich, except that they have some of the... I mean, I'm going to say it. They have the best secondary in the games in terms of ship classes. They have the longest ranges, the most accuracy out of basically any other ships in the game. They also come equipped with the enhanced secondary targeting consumable, which helps a lot. And Der Flinger starts at tier 4, basically, I would say a solid all-rounder. I believe you have 305 millimeter guns on this.
Yes.
They're fairly fast, they're fairly agile, but the armor is not going to be extremely strong. You're going to have to angle these things as you would do for a cruiser. Mackensen at tier 5 starts having hydroacoustic, which is a big bonus from Prince Eitel Friedrich, which doesn't have that at the same tier. You have also long-range secondaries. With the secondary build, I'm having 8.7 kilometer range
At tier 5.
at tier 5, which is insane. And then at Prince Heinrich, I'm going to butcher this, I'm really sorry. I'm pretty sure our team lead, Cihalis, is watching the stream and
Cringe.
is literally cringing at my pronunciation.
about it.
I'm sorry. But from tier 6 and up, you have access to torpedoes as well. So not only do you have fairly accurate guns with a decent reload, good secondaries, hydroacoustic, and torpedoes. Basically, TLDR, these things are cut out for close range fights, but their guns are also fairly good at medium to long range fights as well. Granted, it's German, so
Yep. So the guns on these ships are they have pretty bad shell grouping, but the dispersion is significantly better because they have battlecruiser dispersion. So other ships that have similar dispersion are ships like Champagne and probably like Graf Spee, I believe, has similar dispersion. So these ships are they're a different kind of accuracy than to what you are used to, especially for any German battleship players out there.
to give you an example, I'm not a battleship main, and on my second game in the Prince Heinrich, I had a 120k Kraken game with the depth track on a Fiji at 16 kilometers. So these ships are going to be fairly fun. As you can see, though, they don't have a throttle back. So I have been citadeled fairly easily by other battleships. Your armor profile is not going to be strong enough to... like you have, of course, the classic icebreaker, but the entirety of your nose at tier 6 is basically 25 millimeters. And then your superstructure has a bunch of shell catchers. So if you angle your ship, you'll be fine, but don't expect to be as tanky as an actual battleship. These things are maneuverable, fast, and they respond good to your input, but the armor is a bit lacking,
But
basically.
we've done plenty of talking.
Yes. Do you want to do like a
Derflinger trio?
Chat, should we start with the tier 4 or the German battlecruisers, or do you want to check out Musashi, Wichita, or even Plymouth, which is also the latest entry? I don't think the ship is available just yet, is it?
Not until the 19th.
Yes, not until the 19th. But Plymouth is also another addition to the British cruiser in the premium department. Do you have anything to say about this, Mr. Ferguson?
It's
Okay, so I'm both with a love-hate relationship with Plymouth. So one of the biggest comments we get when we down tier a ship from PC is, "Oh, how did Wargaming butcher the ship now to fit it into the tier?" So Plymouth actually has the exact same stats as PC, but put in tier 7. So there's been no changes really, realistically whatsoever.
other than but it does lose a consumable.
Yeah.
So on PC, it is capable of having both smoke and radar
And hydro
and hydro.
at the same time.
Yeah.
And so, but we don't have that many buttons on a D-pad, so we had to lose one.
So we have effectively 16 Edinburgh guns,
Yeah.
TLDR, with around a 6-second reload, AP only. It has radar or smoke. You pick one or the other. However, it can retain hydro. She can smoke hydro, which I think is a fairly good compromise. I was playing a few games with it earlier on. It can really hurt other cruisers.
I mean,
As
it is the only
expected.
cruiser in the game that has 16 guns. We have like
Yep.
Boise,
Yes.
Helena with 15, Mogami with 15. This is the only cruiser in the game that has that many barrels.
I was also smacking angled destroyers pretty well.
Of course,
with
it's
so,
really shaping.
however, I did notice it is very prone to being hit by a battleship, so you play it very carefully.
Yeah, it is like in terms of battleships shooting at it, it is juicy.
Well, you do not
Yes.
have the Edinburgh syndrome. You do not have 30mm plating. You basically have the same hull as the Belfast 1943, which means that you can't tank battleship shells.
However,
TLDR.
16 Edinburgh guns.
16
Yeah.
times.
5-6 second reload is
But
spice.
continuing on,
Oh,
I saw a lot of requests for the Germans.
yes, and I just wanna finish on this note before we start playing because I feel like it's an important question regarding the early access of these battle cruisers.
Yes.
The tier 8 is not yet available. Since the introduction of tier 8, we've switched. Usually it was tier 3, 4, 5, 6 in early access, and then the tier 7 on full release. Now we've moved everything one tier. So
Yep.
it's going to be tier 4, 5, 6, 7 available in early access crates, and then the tier 8 will be released next update, which is the the name Prince Ruprecht, which is also a great ship. It's just
16
basically
times to do that.
Yeah.
Now, regarding the crates, Blip can inform us on this.
Yep. So the crates will start being available from September the 1st. And so they're not going to be in the campaign, which many of you have already noticed. But we're going to be putting them out in a few different ways so that you can get some crates for free. Some that might be in daily login rewards, might be in through codes from the social media channels. Follow us on social media because you get free stuff there all the time. And so just keep an eye out and you can get some of these crates for free through different ways.
Yes. So basically, until the 1st, people won't be able to get access to these ships via the early access crate. But from now on, then you'll be able to acquire the crates and get some for free as well, as Len said.
Yep.
Without further ado, I mean, I'm using Hyde with a full secondary build with Von Hipper, Haruna, Porcupine, the whole thing. Hyde is a bit of a strong commander, but I kind of want to see what it does.
Running the old boy Celiacs with a full
Yeah.
full secondary build.
That's
What-
8
much.
kilometer secondaries at tier 4.
Yep.
That's pretty solid. Let's do it. That's enough talking, as Blip said. Enough talking. Let's start playing.
Yep.
Let's
Oh, hang
go.
on, I have a camouflage active.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So
Here you
hold
go.
on. A quick camouflage. I
A
made
couple of boosters, maybe, if you want.
I made a bit of a mistake. I didn't put the camo on. Hold on.
Does the game has anti-cheat? There is currently no known shit on World of Warships Legends right now. So there's you
So,
just cannot cheat in
Like
Legends.
pretty much all the processes that would be for like aiming and all that sort of stuff happens server side, which means in order to achieve it, you would have to actually hack into the servers. So
Which is not an easy
it's
feat.
not practically doable.
A lot of the instances that I've seen personally of people accusing others of cheating usually comes down to concealment or just overall penetration mechanics. Sometimes you will get hit by some funky angles for shells. It happens now and then. If you think it's a real problem, you can always record it and send it to us and we can take a look.
Yep.
Boogie, the Plymouth will be available for doubloons. The GXP ship of the update is Mikhail Kutuzov, which is an old campaign ship from the beginnings of this game, and it's coming back as Global XP. So if you haven't gotten Kutuzov yet, I highly recommend this HE Slinger. It's like basically Belfast, but at tier 7.
Some of the strongest ranges in the game.
Yeah,
with smoke.
Chapaya firepower, essentially.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna join with you guys on the left side, I guess. And I have HE loaded. But yeah.
Let's see. Is it
Will there be a way to increase the DCP count for the new battlecruisers? I believe so. Not especially on this update. Right now they are limited to 3. That's also one of the trait I forgot to mention. Thank you very much for pointing it out. These have the same damage control parties as the Soviet battleships, meaning that they have limited charges, but they reload in like 40 seconds-ish. But again, you have to be very careful because you have limited charges of them. Now, there are plans to introduce skills that will be able to increase the count of these these DCPs in the future, but right now it's not the case.
Yeah. So so like we're aware that these guys don't have the skills for the DCP consumables. So in the future, we're looking at some changes.
Is Kutuzov the same as the old days, or is it nerfed? It is indeed the original.
It is the original. However, since the original release of Kutuzov, the skill equilibrium of power has been nerfed, making her a little bit less potent than when she originally came out. But the ship itself is exactly the same.
And of course, Carrie is beeline straight for me. So
I guess we're gonna have to break formations here a little bit. Oh, I switched to AP, not like to HE, sorry.
it knocks out my rudder. Bruh, do I wish to repair for rudder? That's the question.
Wheel to rebuild has not been touched, no. If it wasn't on the patch notes, the skill hasn't been touched. Although there are plans to tweak the ship in the future as well. I believe we shared that as well on... Oh, he's also dropping me.
If I'm blocking your view, I'm sorry. He's hit my rudder.
Alright,
I really don't want to waste a repair for a rudder, so...
I'm gonna have to waste a repair for my actual DCP right now. We have Kirishima, sorry.
Yep, and I'm in secondary range. If you can drop me onto the
and there's
camera.
more torpedoes. Oh well, that's a rough start. Are you gonna take that one?
Oh, just missed.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna.
If you can swap me.
Unfortunate.
That's a great start. I don't know what destroy this is, but I'm taking 2 here, and I'm probably going to float out. Ooh! Good dodge.
If you can swap to my camera, I have secondaries going.
The Kirishima is pushing out, so I'm gonna help Blip on this.
If you can swap to my camera, I have secondaries going.
I'm sorry, my bad. There we go.
I don't have my stream deck right now, so we're relying on you, Robin.
It's a 5k on this. And I'm already down to 1 DCP. Alright. I'm gonna help you on this Kirishima here. Damn, I'm being hammered from all sides here.
Unfortunate.
You do have 305mm guns, which means that you don't have the biggest punch, but they reload fairly quickly, which is a big help. I'm gonna have to get away from you, boss, by the way.
That's
Sorry
fine.
about that.
Yeah, to be honest, I've got everything trying to hit me right now.
I don't know what happened with the Dunkirk just going straight past the Kirishima, but
Yeah. So the German
Carrier plays on me non-stop.
of course, new ships. Of course, they're gonna focus you.
This is rough.
The German battlecruiser secondaries have improved accuracy and penetration, greatly improved over the regular German battlecruiser or battleships. They have, but
There's a West Virginia here. I might be dead actually.
The accuracy is greatly improved. The penetration is essentially the same as the regular German battleships, which means that the 152 millimeters have 1/4 pin, but the smaller caliber guns, the 88s and the 105 millimeter guns, do not have 1/4 quarter or 1/4 pin. Quarter pin.
There's a lot of destroyers on our rear, and I'm gonna have to abandon you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
fine.
Blip, but there's nothing I can really do right now.
I think I'm going to be fine. Just got the Sandria Doria here.
This is rough.
Yeah, it's not really fun right now.
Yeah, I'm not having a straight up good time, yo.
I did say that the armor on these ships was not exceptionally good.
Come on, Secondarius, you can do it. I'm
gonna
gonna
do
rip his head off.
I'm gonna see if I can help against the Doria. I'm just running away from this West Virginia here.
I managed to dodge the tops. Nice. Good job.
Well done.
God, the third destroyer's coming up now. This is
The
getting out of
Icarus?
hand. Now there's 3 of them.
Now there are 3 of them.
That's a lot of. Oh, what's the range on the Icarus, by the way? On the torpedoes?
Icarus torpedoes,
Yeah.
8 kilometers.
Oh, this egg is not gonna enjoy the secondary from Doria. I think the 7 kilometers, at least on PC they are.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt. This might be it for me, guys. Honestly, like I'm being hit by 3 destroyers, a carrier, and a West Virginia
I wish I could help you.
simultaneously.
I wish I could help you really, but I cannot. I might hit this Doria fairly hard. Oh no, she's not even broadsided. Never mind, she's gone.
Oh, never mind. I'm being also hit by the Pytor and the Texas. They're pretty much the whole team, dude. Like they've encircled me.
I apologize.
Shifting my fire to.
I'm gonna see if I can
Texas?
help against the Texas, but I'm also showing flat broadside to him. Is he
Unfortunately.
stationary? He is stationary. We just have this West Virginia just pushing with the rest of that. It's just very difficult to counter.
Yeah. So
8k on the Texas.
How long will some of these limited availability items be around, like Missouri and Stalingrad?
oh, those are not limited availability. That's limited amount of purchases. So you can only buy them once.
How did the Icarus not?
They're going to be here for a long time.
Yes.
How did the Icarus not die? By the way, that's very specific. But I'm gonna see if I can help on this. All right, let's see how these secondaries can fare. I should be in range here because I have 7.9, so he's definitely in range.
Yeah, I'm in range as well. And
All
firing.
right.
That's an engine disable.
He's smoking up. All right, double secondaries. I think I'm gonna hit him with his guns here. Should be hopefully a kill if the dispersion's right. Nope. That's a lot of shells coming his way.
Yeah, he's not having a great time.
Not at all. We still be being pushed fairly aggressively by the rest of the team, though. I don't think it's gonna be a win at this point.
No, I don't think so either.
That's a fire on the Icarus.
No.
Alright, hopefully that's a kill shot. It should be, right?
Is the Witcher permanent
Nope.
in the store? The Witcher 2 will be on sale
Oh, well
for the
done,
foreseeable
Icarus.
future. we
Well
have no
done.
plans to remove it right now.
He's got me. I didn't check the... I didn't realize
No
he was a
giveaways.
destroyer. No, there's no giveaways on this stream. Not today. Ah,
I'm dead.
that's all she wrote, I think, yeah. All right, well, as expected, as streamy is. Look, guys, I had like 3 games alone. Every time we play alone, we have like decent enough game. The moment we live on stream, it just goes all the way down to the bottom.
Yep.
Technically, like actually. But let's move on. Mackinson has Hydro, which will help a lot against torpedoes. And also, like, the secondary range always increases by rank. Like,
Yep,
with the
so-
build I have, the Mackinson has, like, 8.7. So it goes from 7.9 to 8.7. And then I believe the Prince Heinrich has, like, 10.3 and so on and so forth. So with
So,
the-
like statistically speaking, guys, these secondaries are like the 88 millimeters and stuff like that. They're only going to set fires,
yes.
realistically speaking. But the 105 millimeter guns are going to do damage. They have.
We were playing tier 4, guys.
They have. Yeah, it is tier 4. Keep that in mind.
Yes.
The 152 millimeter, or rather 150 millimeter guns have 1/4 HE pin, which means that they in fact penetrate up to 36 millimeters of pen.
But the 105 on the highest tier will not pen 32 millimeters.
Yeah, it pens 20 or 21 millimeter.
No, they
it'll
will
do
pen
destroyers.
Destroyer platings, yeah.
So, but like the 80, don't expect the 88s to do much. It's a 4% fire chance. Those are going to be the little shells you see coming out. The bigger shells are going to do stuff.
Did you look at that?
What? Oh, we still finished first of the team, more or less.
I'm above you.
You're
for a
above.
game.
Yeah, I'm playing a battleship.
Oh my
What do you
God.
expect?
I
By the
did
way,
it.
get back to port and get. Hey,
yeah.
Eddie, we need to keep the show on the road.
For
Get
Z10,
ready. What are we doing? See if Mackinson.
Yeah, tier 5. We're going to Mackinson. Definitely.
Okay.
the maximum range on Z10, for example, is going to be
Again, we gotta come
11.7.
around again.
Well, it's probably not even the maximum, but it's close.
Any shot at EOP for German or IFHE for secondaries? I don't know yet. I can't promise you anything like this, but skills which would increase the pen of secondaries was a requested thing for a while. So eventually, maybe we'll have it, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what to answer on this. It is a possibility.
Yep.
All right, let's send it. Tier 5.
But sorry for the repeat question. What about the tier 7 premiums? Will they transfer them from GXP to doubloons in the future? No. So if you're talking about the ships we're currently selling for GXP, we have no intention of selling them for doubloons. So ships like Kutuzov, for example, that we've just added are for global experience.
Yep.
Riesdecker, we will not see tier 8 carriers because our carrier setup is on uneven tier. So 3, 5, 7, and then legendary tier.
Yep.
We were waiting for the release of tier 8 to release this legendary tier. Otherwise, it would not have make sense to have tier 7 and then directly legendary CVs.
Holy Destroyer
So,
Bill.
well, good. We have secondaries.
Where do we want to go?
I don't know. There's no cruisers, so we can, I guess, try to brawl a bit. Remember, we have hydroacoustic. We can try B. Honestly,
Yeah, let's send it.
let's just end it. The goal is to try to get some stuff happen. So, I say we try to go right, like towards C, I guess, but
Alright.
in between the islands in front of us, and we stick
Alright.
together.
And so, do the German battlecruisers have increased torpedo protection? I'm not sure what their relative torpedo protection is.
They
I don't think it's amazing.
they don't have amazing torpedo protection. No, they don't have amazing armor. They don't have amazing, like the survivability of these ships is not the best
Yeah,
at the tier by far.
And the plating, so the bow and stern plating is actually reduced compared to other ships or other battleships of their tiers. They can get overmatched by.
If you catch one of these battle cruisers broadsided, you have very high chance of actually landing citadels on them. Like that's what I'm saying. It's not. That's why I feel like initially people may get a bit disappointed because they're gonna think that it's like a Bayern, it's like a Kaiser, it's like a Bismarck. I can just show broadside and not get citadels instantly like you would in a Vanguard or other ships like that. These ships are squishy. They don't specifically have above water citadels, so at close range you might get away with it, but at longer ranges to medium ranges, plunging fire will definitely lend it to it. And I have to admit, this is one beautiful formation. I like that
This
a
is
lot.
basically the Dogger Bank formation.
Yes.
It's a echelon.
Okay, Mutsu.
Mutsu, okay.
So I got a quiet. He's stationary, I think.
Yeah, but where are the battleships that spawn at B, dude?
We're about to find out soon, dude. I think it's actually more like destroyers than battleships. So maybe Blip, activate your hydroacoustic first.
All right.
So we
It's
can
up.
screen. Cool. Yeah, they need to be. I mean, we could try to push into B, I guess. Otherwise, we're guaranteed to get torped.
Yeah, they're in B.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a turn for
I'm
B
not gonna
now.
send it, dude.
Yeah, send it to B.
Yep.
Let's bully some DDs, I
Loading
guess.
HE, I'm just gonna send it.
And in these ships, the fourth turret will rotate.
Oh, hello.
That's
That's a target we need to
360
focus
degrees,
big
so-
time.
Yeah, Queen Liz.
Yeah, the queen is a bit of an issue. Incoming shells, that's 5.
That's 5, yeah.
So that's gonna be Mahan, I believe. Yeah, it is Mahan.
Corpse.
I see them.
Hydra doing its job.
Yeah. I don't know why the Mutsu's targeting me specifically, but I'll take it.
Just a glory kill.
I guess so. Alright, Mahan, you better start getting away from that smoke, dude, because This is not gonna bode well for
He's
you.
being pinched by a destroyer as well, a friendly Benson.
I kind of want to go close to this Queen Elizabeth because my secondary is 8.7. Yeah, I need to try to get closer. Oh, there he is.
There goes
Oh,
the
it's
secondary.
actually a Liberate marked. Oh boy, he's in trouble now. He's in trouble
This
now.
is where the fun begins.
Dude, them secondaries.
I'm gonna go against the Queen Elizabeth here. Actually get my secondaries on that instead. 8.7. Yeah. And I'm actually gonna engage my EST here. Goodbye. That's a nice pincer move. Blip, careful.
Yep, I'm gonna
You're
get
right. Okay.
Yep. So whenever they were designing their battle cruisers, the Germans essentially got rid of the turtleback so they could put more engine. So historically speaking, none of these ships had a turtleback, which makes them a little bit more vulnerable.
Oh,
Than
did he?
the other ones.
Mahan is up.
Mahan,
I'm gonna put
switching-
my Hydro up. And focus on the Mahan with my secondaries.
Good timing. My Hydro just went down.
Yeah. Ooh, okay. She definitely overmatches me. Yeah, that was actually 15,000 from the front. He's gonna take torpedoes from the other ships, I think. I'm not sure, but my secondaries are doing work.
We got a North Carolina problem
We do actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
and a Mutsu problem, to be honest.
The Mutsu, yeah, I'm just gonna sell into it and focus the Mutsu because I feel like, we can try to do a full 360 and focus the North K
I
instead.
think the North K is going to be our bigger problem.
All right, I'm on it.
The Mutsu is going to have problems really clapping us. So
Yeah, if we angle against him, then sure. Whoop, boo, boo, boo. Just as I say it.
NC is giving us a good target now.
Yeah, I'm on it. All right, give me something good, Mickinson. Oh yeah, a little bit. Oh, this could hurt her. That's 10k. I'll
Feels
take
reasonable.
it.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Oh, Blip, you took a beating. The Mahan is back online, but I'm out of secondary range, unfortunately.
Same.
I'm actually going to turn away, Blip. I can't get into a crossfire. That North K is about to ruin me, I think.
I think he's
Nah,
looking at
he's
you.
definitely shooting at me. I'm about to get deleted. 20k on her though. Okay.
She's almost gone. She's almost gone.
Not a
This is
single-
an absolute
not a
win.
Single shell hit.
And the
That's
Mutsu's gone now.
Nice.
And I'm in secondary range.
All right, I'm gonna switch to lane because he's about to get that secondary kill. I'm gonna
Hopefully,
leave
at
that
least.
and focus on the Scharnhorst instead. That's much better. There's also a destroyer with the Scharnhorst, I believe. No, is it? I believe so. Ooh. Wrong aim on that. That's the permafire you have. Well done.
Oh, the game ended right as I was
Saved by the
about to
bell.
get into a brawl.
That worked.
I
That
was about
worked.
to eat that salvo.
That worked.
Okay, so everyone's talking about the bureau with the segments. So I'm going to buy one from the store right now and show it.
All right then.
Oh, also,
Sorry,
Yes.
bundle. Yeah.
the Sorry bundle is available for everyone right now. Just a quick announcement. If you go into the game, our update had a few hiccups this time around. We're sorry. It took us a while to get it up, a bit longer than planned.
Not the smoothest release we had so
Yeah,
far.
not the smoothest release, but any landing is a happy landing.
Oh, yeah.
And in doing so, we have a bundle in the store right now, which will give you some boosters and a camo. Just redeem it.
It's limited though. You have until
Yeah.
Wednesday, I believe.
One day.
Well, one day. Here we go.
Yeah.
So,
So, now, in regards to the carriers, we're laying the store. Okay. So you can purchase them for silver right now. You have the Midway and the Hakirio. So if I purchase the Midway Bureau right now. Okay. Now if I go to my Bureau, I will have it right here. I can hold to activate it. Now here's the thing. With these, you have for the it's pretty generic bureau. For the daily trials, you have the everything usual.
It's
Okay.
just a classic LT bureau.
So for everyone who wants to see the bureaus, here they are. This is fundamentally how it works.
Yep. Both of them have various commander progression rewards and some premium time.
There's some nice segment rewards in this as well. You have premium, universal accommodations, insignias. These are pretty spicy rewards, especially for segment rewards.
I saw a question from Mass6982 regarding the difference between Mackensen and Prince Heinrich. Basically,
Prince Eitel Friedrich. So because they're sister ships.
They are technically.
So the difference between the two is Mackensen's secondaries are significantly more powerful and more effective. But Mackensen has battlecruiser dispersion and low sigma. Or shell grouping, where Prince Eitel Friedrich has very good shell grouping, but German battleship dispersion, as well as a different armor profile and different anti-aircraft fire. So they're pretty different ships.
Also, yeah, we've also seen some comments regarding the fact that the two latest bureau projects are behind credits sync, essentially.
Yeah.
This basically, there's multiple reasons why we're doing this. It's on one hand, it's sort of a test, and on the other one, we've had a lot of feedback from our hardcore community, which is basically you guys, because most of the guys who play our game in a hardcore way also come to check out our streams. You left us a bunch of feedback that new players should not have access to top tier ships from the get-go, which is essentially what Bureau provides after a few months of grind, if you have the right commanders and everything. The fact that now you have to amass the amount of credits to unlock this project also helps limiting the population of the ships provided by this Bureau project.
Yeah.
So it's not 30 million is a lot, but it's basically the full credits price you would spend to get tier 7 researched, purchased, and then upgraded. That's about the same amount. So I think it's really reasonable. And of course, depending on the feedback we have on this, this may alter in the future. But for now, we think it's a good thing that these legendary carriers have to get some minimal requirement to be unlockable in the first place, and then you have to go through the normal bureau process, because we kind of want to try to limit the population of this. That's the TLDR on that.
Yep. And as you mentioned, it's sort of a test, so we'll see how it goes. And so if it goes well, then we might do it in the future. If it doesn't go well, then we might not do it in the future. Yeah. Who knows? So time will tell.
Okay. Once again, no camouflage. I need to put camos on these ships.
I thought you prepared yourself.
I did. I did everything but the camos, apparently.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
Cool. That's right, Robin, but why are players with 3+ years of the game being punished for newer players being bad? It's not about newer players being bad. It's about newer players not having enough experience yet to be able to basically be helpful to their team in a legendary game where most of the time players are going to be experienced there. So it's not about hardcore players or long-term players being punished. If you're long-term players, it should not be that difficult for you to grind 30 million credits.
Yeah.
That's my point, at least. I'm not saying I'm fully wrong. Again, it's a test, but we feel like it's reasonable.
Yeah. And regarding questions being ignored and this sort of things, we don't have all the answers.
No, and there's only 3 of us.
There's like, to be honest, sometimes you ask a question and it's just like, that's a really good question. I don't have an answer for you, so I'm not going to answer that question.
There's also the fact that we're trying to play in the chat moves quite quickly. So sometimes you do genuinely just don't see the question.
I'm more focused about trying to get you good gameplay than answering all your questions in the middle of the game sometimes.
Yeah.
So, like, take it easy.
We are only human.
I'm only human, after all. About midway for the balloons, what is the option to buy midway for credits still here? Scam. So that's actually, I think Blip covered this previously.
So we have removed the doubloon option for now. If you already purchased it, there's no problem. Like that's fine. There was a problem where you weren't getting compensated if you bought both of them on accident, basically. So we are going to fix that, and then the doubloon option will return. But there's like, if you already have it, you already have it. They're both the same project, the exact same project. different ways of unlocking. And when it comes to new players getting access to them through doubloons, the core, like one of the core concepts of the game is essentially pay to progress faster. So if they wish to give us doubloons for that, that's just perfectly in line with what we've always done.
In the end, guys, we're never gonna be able to make everyone happy on this kind of map. In the end, these ships are here, you know, Midway, Hakirio. You have various options of unlocking them. You can always take the option that you prefer in the end. If there's two options, pick the one that suits you the most. Doubloons, not anymore because it's not available for a while. Credits if you wish to grind them. But in the end, it's 30 million. It's not impossible to get. If you really want these ships, then that's more or less the price to pay. So yes. New players would still need to get the right captains and ships to progress the project. You can progress the project without having... It's going to take you longer, fair enough, but technically you still can progress it. Let's move on to... Okay, hold on. I'm going C right now, but I think we're kind of lemming training through here.
Yeah, I'm going to turn around and try to get into B. I don't know if I'm going to make this turn, though.
I think you can lob on this Colorado if you want. It's a long shot.
It's too long for me.
I might hit that guy a bit hard, I hope at least. 4 pence. That was actually 15,000.
Yeah, so the Wichita, if you're going to stick around, we're going to explain the difference between the two Wichitas whenever we get closer to that, all right? Because I don't want, or it'd be better to explain that sort of thing whenever we're discussing Wichita. And discussing Plymouth, we'll get to when we're playing Plymouth.
I'm here solely to talk about Ohio. Ohio is not in the pipeline so far. Yep. We don't have any plans for this ship. All right. I think they just left
Hydro.
the completely open. Radar.
I've been radared. It's the...
Is it radar or is it hydro?
That's a radar, because there's a different icon for hydro now.
That's right. See, I'm still in this old player mindset of not knowing what's spotting me anymore.
Yep.
You're going a bit hardcore in there right now.
I know.
Princeblip.
Okay, let's see if I can hit this Colorado again.
I'm trying to get into cover so that I'm not getting farmed by this HE guy.
Okay, I'm actually going to push towards you. Do you have will to rebuild or not?
I think I do.
Okay, I'm going to push towards you. What are your plans for Schlieffen? So far, the next iteration for next update will be the Prince Ruprecht. That's going to be the tier 8. Schlieffen, there's no statement to make regarding this boat so far.
Summers?
There's been a question multiple times about rocket planes. We have no plans to implement rocket planes right now. I'm
on Atlanta. Atlanta's pushing right in. Okay. Let's see. Atlanta's about to get into a world of trouble. I'm gonna get ready for that.
Yeah, babe.
Okay, let's see how these secondaries do at 4 kilometers.
I'm just getting chunked up here.
Surprise. Ooh. Lots of incapacitations. She gets to live.
I'm dead.
No, Blip, not like
the
this.
The sonar just allowed me to see it sooner.
Double fire. It's unfortunate.
See if I can get a shell off. Can I get
that Wichita is literally showing me flat broadside, and I really don't want her to get away with it.
Please?
No, don't do it.
Obviously.
Alright, I'll take a look. I'll try to do some answers here. The new German battleships do have increased secondary accuracy. The accuracy is almost as good as Massachusetts' accuracy. It is the same as Oklahoma's secondary accuracy, if you are familiar with that ship.
Can we finish this Colorado off? I'll try at least.
I'm trying to use this sunken ship here as a torpedo.
She used her right side torps.
Yeah, it's turning. Get
There
out of here.
There are no additional plans for Elite XP. Russian players cannot buy balloons because of policies enacted by PlayStation and Xbox. That's nothing to do with us.
I just got hit by a Sommer's top and it really hurt.
It does. I'm gonna get out of here. This doesn't look like a safe place to
No.
be. I'm gonna peace out. The good thing as well I haven't mentioned about this ship is that I have 12.6 kilometers concealment, which is really comfortable. Is this King George the stationary?
No.
Oh, well, that's a lot. The Veneto as well on the other side. Yeah, I gotta get out of here.
CE stands for Collector's Edition. So the CE just means an old version of a ship that will have a new version that with tweaked stats made. Right now that's going to be Wichita CE, and then Mines CE, and Summers CE. There's no date for Elbing GXP yet.
This Sommers is memeing me, but I can't push. If I do, everything's going to try and chase me.
That is a lot of trouble right now. Got a semi-decent hit on the only thing was, oh wow, that was Azuma. All right. I really want to hit this Azuma hard, but I feel like this game is not looking good.
Sorry, guys, the chatter is going really fast, so I can't keep up. So the originals have CE tag.
Oh, please give me something good.
So, the CE tag was added to the original version of the ships. So the new ones without the tag are the tweaked ones. So, Heinrich has more guns than Gneisenau, but this is the battlecruiser and Gneisenau is the battleship. Yes, it doesn't make sense, but that is how it is. Essentially, Heinrich it follows from the World War I battlecruiser tradition, and Gneisenau is from the World War II battleship tradition of the German Navy.
I'm going to get some. Get ready.
There is no plans for a German Empire flag.
Ooh, was that you on the Azuma? Well, I guess I'm gonna have to run. I don't know what to do anymore. Team crumbled, unfortunately, and I don't think they're salvaging this, so maybe they can kill the Azuma.
Yes, your collector edition Sommers is not going to be tweaked. There will be a different version of the ship, that will be called just Sommers.
Why a different camo for the new Wichita? Because it's a new ship.
What should I do? I'm not sure. What is this? Azuma. Okay, Azuma full HP. I don't know what I'm supposed to do
Can
here.
you swap the screen to Robin?
Yeah, my bad. I mean, I'm still alive, but at this point, I don't think there's any salvaging possible on this. I kind of want to just stay here and let them push into me, especially this Lyon here, because I have a crossfire, but it's going to take me a while to actually... I need to make a maneuver. If I could smack that Lyon from a broadside, it would be fairly nice, but...
So that's a good question. Why create the CE version of ships instead of rebalancing them? So with this update, from here on out in the future, new premium ships can be rebalanced. We have added a disclaimer in the store to the description of these ships. So if there's one that's going to be egregious, then in the future we can make changes to it to correct that, because the game health is more important. For these old ships, like the CE ships, it's much more difficult for us to do so, because apart from the EULA, which says we can make these changes, there is no heads up in a sense, so we don't like nerfing premiums for that matter. So for those ships, we needed a different solution, so we came up with a CE solution.
I have to use my damage control on this, unfortunately.
It's not a perfect solution, because there's probably not really one for this situation.
Oh,
so
right.
It's a compromise.
I forgot about the rudder canceling thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which we're looking at still.
I can make that turn, I think. But fighting a Veneto is not going to be fun. At all. I'm afraid so.
Sorry.
Except if I get really lucky. Oh, that's actually smart what he's doing. Really smart. But also might save me because I have the concealment now to just creep up on him. I mean, the game is lost. I'm just gonna see if I can get some good. Oh, Bismarck. I don't think it's worth taking my salvo right now.
So you want us to buy a clone ship just so you can nerf it? Well, we don't. Whether you purchase the new Wichita or not is up to you. We're just making you aware that there is a disclaimer now. So if we do rework the ship in the future, it is an informed purchase.
Yep.
Please understand that if you buy these ships moving forward, there is a chance that we will rework it for balancing. And
Yep.
if you ask us why, it's because ultimately we prioritize the health of the game.
Yeah. We don't want a Weimar to happen again.
We're trying to be as transparent as possible with you guys. The reason why we up-tiered Weimar was because it was no longer a case of trying to avoid oversaturating the matchmaker. The matchmaker was already oversaturated. Weimar was a critical situation that required a pretty extreme resolution, and it was already performing as a fairly exceptional tier 7 at tier 6, which is why it fit right at home there. But for moving forward, any premium ships we release will have this disclaimer, and if you buy them, it is an informed purchase that they may be reworked for game health.
Okay, that was actually clutch.
Just because this disclaimer is there does not mean that we intend to use it.
Yes,
It's
extreme
a just in case.
cases only.
Okay, can I'm at a DCP now, so the next fire I get, which is gonna be on this King George, obviously. Just one. I can take one. I can take one fire.
Yeah, you're healing. You're healing.
I'm healing, yes, but I gotta get out of here. A double fire will kill me, and there's something shooting me. How is this Summers not? I'm really confused. Don't set me on fire again, please. I swear.
Yeah.
I need to get out of here. No. I'm not sure what is shooting at me actually. We may be able to salvage this yet. I'm out of heals and I'm still burning for a while, but this Summers.
Yeah. The problem with Weimar was essentially that
Crap.
the ship had an exceptionally high battle impact, which is a rating that we get, or that we don't give, the rating that ships have in terms of how much of a percent increase in the likelihood of you winning a battle just because you're in that ship. And so all ships have a different rating. It might be plus 5%, might be minus 2%, might be plus 1%, might be 0%. Our goal is to have
Fires. Oh, it sets me on fire, of course. Oh, come on. Why you have to hurt me this way? Well, that's me dead. That one secondary shell just set me on fire. That's me done. Yeah, the limited DCP charges is definitely... Oh, come on. Let me get one salvo on this cruiser.
There's a comment here from S. Dudley saying, surely you can understand that people that have the CE version may be somewhat aggravated given they have already parted with the cash for said ship for it to become redundant. Okay, so let's get this clear. So the reason why the CE exists is because the ship is too strong and we want to effectively retire it. So when we mark a ship as CE, we're effectively saying we will never return it in that form. So for the most case, the new ships are actually slightly weaker. They're slightly reworked. So you're saying your stronger version will be made redundant by the weaker version?
No. Like, that would be like saying your Richelieu is made, or rather, your John Bart was made redundant by Richelieu.
Yes,
like
you're saying your stronger version will be made redundant by the weaker version.
Yep.
And they're not totally weak. Like they're not necessarily super nerfed. They're just tweaked slightly. So, for example, for Wichita, we've made the AP slightly stronger and the HE slightly weaker, as well as adjusted some pen angles and things like that. So we've not neutered the ship and made it completely irrelevant. We've just reduced damage in some areas and increased it in others to fit more in line with overall game health. You know.
No. So.
I do agree the limited TCPs, Hakim, are looking good. I know it was sarcasm, but even then, I managed to do 172k and did good enough. So it's just a matter of what skill you use. I can use fight fire with fire or anything that reduces the fire damage. But in the future, we're working on skills to actually increase the count of these limited DCPs.
Yep.
It's just a matter of using them at the right time, which I failed to do so.
Yeah.
So
To finish what I was saying earlier, which was on the balance topic. So battle impact is the measure of how much that a ship makes in terms of your likelihood in winning a battle. And it could be plus or minus a percentage. And so usually these are going to be plus 1%, 1 or 2%, or minus 2%, or something like this. That's in a safe range for a ship. Some ships are egregious and have percentages beyond, say, plus 5%. Weimar was one of these ships, and it had an exceptionally high battle impact, and so something had to change. Des Moines is also one of these ships, which is why it got nerfed.
Yeah.
But if a ship has a negative battle impact, then we need to start looking at what's going on and might want to give it some buffs. So it's the first it's the barrier of entry for changing a ship, in a sense. It's the first thing we look at. Not the only thing, but it's the first.
Okay, we should try to get through the German battlecruisers.
Finish it off with
Yeah,
Zieten?
finish it off with Zieten. Now, some people might look at this ship and say, "What is this?" And I would agree with you.
It is an interesting aesthetic choice.
Yes,
it
definitely.
is loosely based off of the Graf Spee or Spee style superstructure. It's very, very similar to the Graf Spee. And so it's sort of, what if this ship got refit in the early mid 1930s?
Yes.
That's
And
why it looks like this.
It might look like a downgrade from the Prince Henrik, but you actually start having some very decent caliber now. You have 406 millimeters. The Prince Henrik is 380. So at tier 7, you have 406, it's fairly accurate as well. And the Zieten,
And good reload.
yeah. If I go to the stats right now, I have 19.8 second reload. That's not the stock. I think the stock is about 23 to 24 second reload. But on 406, it's a fairly quick reload. And again, the ship is agile, has decent armor, at least for a battlecruiser, that is. And I guess we can just send it.
Send it.
I'm just going to quickly respond. There was a comment that was saying that Weimar was a ploy, a cash grab ploy from us. Now, yes, we reworked Weimar. However, we gave much advanced notice that we were going to move it.
3 or 4 months.
We gave you several month notice that we were going to move it, and then we offered refunds, basically full refund, and you even were able to play the ship at its new form before requesting a refund.
I mean, it's not the stream to talk about this anymore. Like, the goal is to check out the new content. We know we know you guys have a bunch of frustrations about this.
I need to have like a game design balance stream of some sort for these.
Maybe,
topics.
yes. Maybe.
Just a talk ship.
But that's just, because we're spending a lot of time answering questions that could be answered on a different stream, so might as well just send it. The goal is to have fun.
I'm having fun. I love talking this stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And I also think it's important, you know. But some people might as well, they want to see the legendary CVs, and we only have 2 hours. So one of which we've already used. So
we're getting through them.
Yeah, we are.
So the German battlecruisers will be available starting September 1st in the early access containers, like former early access. So.
Man, my cough is getting bad. You guys probably keep.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with you, man.
It's like literally just hit me within the past 4 hours. I just have this cough all of a sudden.
All right. Oh, I see that the Kutuzovs are back on the menu, boys. Definitely back on the
back on the menu, boys.
Yep.
No.
This is gonna be fun. Nah,
Oh,
the Kutuzov is an old Vanguard, so.
Oh, we got Danny Haberland in there.
Yes. Yeah. I didn't want to say, but we have a super tester.
In the Massachusetts?
Yes, in the division.
Finally.
In the division with the 2 Kutuzovs.
A worthy opponent.
Let's
I'm going to see.
where we see?
I think I'm going to see what a DD is, because
Yeah,
I want the spotting.
trying to stay undetected here if we can.
Yes.
But
What I like to do about with this ship is just use the concealment, because he has fairly good detectability for a battlecruiser. I'm sitting at 12.7, only using the concealment mod. Meaning that most of the time I'm able to outspot other battleships, and that's something I feel really comfortable. Secondaries now is 12 kilometers with a 12.7 concealment. So basically, if a ship spots me, just have to go around less than a kilometer, and he is within my secondary range, which is very comfortable. Not that many ships that have this concealment to secondary range factor like that, which is quite nice. Any information about clans and test rooms? They are work in progress. More information about them when it drops, basically. That's all we have to say at this point.
Yep.
But they're work in progress. We've had a bunch of talks about this in the recent past. You guys had a read on our feedback, which was funny. It's not going to really speed up the approach because our approach is we want to make sure the feature is fully fledged before we release it. We want to make sure it's bugless and smooth. So yeah, we will take our time with it,
Yeah,
but it's coming.
Like, we want it to be bugless and smooth. Doesn't mean that it will, but that's
Trying
the
our
goal.
best.
Because expecting any software to be bugless is a high, very
big goal,
extremely
yeah.
high bar.
And now with that salvo.
Yeah, we will have Midway and Hakirio gameplay probably after this battle,
Oh yeah. Also yes, we will showcase Agincourt
and Plymouth.
and Plymouth definitely. Anybody who says that we don't add British content will have to eat 20,000 scones in 1 hour.
I sentence you to 3 Nino Bixo games.
Can I snipe this mouse?
Okay.
Whoa.
Alright, triple Kutuzov. Okay, the Kutuzov division's rolled up and they're shooting me.
Yeah, you went the wrong
You
way,
went the
bud.
other way!
Yes, I did, because I thought I'd join the other side.
I can't help you on that, I'm
Bruh.
afraid.
You have done this to yourself.
You have done this to yourself, yes.
The Kutuzovs, they smell blood. They taste blood, dude.
Yep, the massa's also looking at you.
Yeah.
Oh shit,
Go
I had AG
figures.
loaded. Mistakes were made.
Can I actually...
Boy.
Actually,
Ah, damn it.
Wait, them shells fell short? Ah, I just had the shells fall short issue. Bruh.
and that is, the shell falling short thing is something that we are actively looking at.
Yeah, if you have any clips, send them over, actually.
Let's focus this Massachusetts blip if we can.
Yep, that's what I'm planning.
Also, the mass is on the other side.
Well, good job, guys. Triple div me. God.
And so, yeah, so the current status on the shell falling short issue is that we do not think that it's a bug, but it might be a design aspect that's not working in a intuitive way. So that seems to be the current update on that. We're looking at it. All right. Bring him down! Bring him down!
I'm gonna try my dear best, but right now these Kutuzov are definitely giving you a bit of a...
Yeah, they're gonna farm me as long as they can see me.
What is this accuracy?
Oh yay, so much content you can. Alright, I don't want to hear it. You're getting 2 British ships this update, one of which is for free if you do the dailies. The daily login system.
Yep.
I don't want to hear anything about us not giving British content.
And it's also it's
Come on.
Agincourt tier 3.
Like, come on. Give
got-
respect where it's due.
You have a whole turret for every day of the week.
If you're gonna complain about us not giving content for something, say Italy or something deserving of the complaint. Like, we give British content.
Italy. Imagine being Pan-Asian.
Imagine.
These
Hey.
Kutuzov are rampant today. Okay.
Goodbye, Massa.
Final boss, any words for priority A sector? I mean, it would be great to have, but we have no plans to introduce it right now.
Yeah.
I cannot see what they are doing or where they are.
Feel free to post
Switches
some
off.
feedback.
Yeah, I have eyes on them, but I'm literally going to try and get an angle on this side. Well, that's a hit on one of them at least.
Yeah.
Remember, Kutuzov Kutuzov has a heal.
Yep.
That's something I forgot about.
Has a heal, has reasonable torpedoes.
8 kilometers, yes. I wonder if I should push this Iowa, but I feel like I shouldn't at the same time. Maybe I should stay right here. Or maybe I'll just rush it. If you can keep the Kutuzovs busy, I can definitely...
I'm trying.
Oh, that guy. Oh, please give me an angle. Come on.
Please, please, please. Citadel on one.
Ah, the Duke. The Duke. Oh, hello. That's unfortunate. I'm dead.
Got him.
Goodbye. Have a great time.
You got one?
I think I've got the front one. I heard him.
Oh man, these fires are not joking. Oh, I destroyed one main gun on the... Well, this is gonna be fun.
Sorry guys, we're real focused right now.
Yeah. I know.
That's one down.
Hey! What torpedoes? I don't know I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, Sean Horse.
Oh, Shanos is dying. Am I gonna be able to survive this? I'm actually going to
I'm
go
just
down
gonna
here.
send it.
I mean, 124k damage is not bad, I guess.
Alright,
But
I got the Sean Horse, I think.
I need to kill him before he gets me. All right, I got him. But the Kutuzov are still. Oh no, they're both dead.
They're gone. Yep.
Am I gonna survive this?
Impossible.
There is no way.
Get them heals off.
There is no way I survived that. All right, cool. I'm gonna push this Iowa and I need to cancel my rudder.
Cossack 38 is still in the pipeline.
I kind of want to push him from the other side. Or do I wait for him here? I kind of want to wait for my heal to come back online. He's stuck here. I'm not sure if he's gonna reverse it or push it forward.
I want to push his rear because.
Push his rear. I'll just wait for him on the other side with my torpedoes.
Yep.
Basically. The moment he sees you, he's gonna either try to reverse into you and you'll delete him. Oh yeah, you're good to go. I'll let you. I'll let you finish it.
Fatality.
Fatality. Actually, I'm just gonna push with you. Be your meat shield. Come on, Blip.
Probably
can
gonna
do
get
it.
burned down before.
Nah. You'll definitely finish him. I don't think the cruiser that's shooting at it can have an angle. It was a Suzuya. He's gonna see us with the...
We hit you pretty hard there.
Yeah, he did.
Yep.
I'm coming to help.
The secondaries are going now.
Get him.
Oh, he's healing up.
Okay, I'm gonna finish and then if you don't mind. Come on, guns. Hello, please. Okay, I should
I
get
got
him.
him. No, you, you bastard!
I thought he was gonna get you. I thought he was gonna get you, man. Okay.
More British ships, you'll have to eat beans on toast with stale toast and American beans.
Okay. I mean, whatever you guys are into. Okay.
So, some people are commenting about the ships not performing as we expect. It's worth mentioning that when we're on these streams, it's quite a common occurrence that players will purposely queue at the same time as us to come in and just to annihilate us with...
There's also performance anxiety.
Yeah. And it is very difficult for us to try and be entertaining, answer questions, and play with a competitive level of performance. However, the facts are here. You have fairly accurate guns. You have some of the best secondaries in the game, if not the best secondaries in the game.
I like how the
With fairly good speed. I mean,
not bothered about the Z.
You're not playing against Yamato in Tier 7s. You're playing against
Musashi.
Musashi, which is a significantly less accurate ship, which we will see in the future. So, was it ever confirmed if Missouri and Iowa have different velocity on their shells? I think they have the same velocity. Pretty sure that I just had an error in my spreadsheet.
Bounce it.
this comment just killed me, dude. Never judge a ship by how boss plays it. Bruh. This guy.
Got him. But no. Like Boss is a pretty
Well
good player. He,
done.
like he just does not always
Look at
add up on
Princeblip
stream.
defending me.
Now the goal again is not to get set on fire, unfortunately. Which I think I'm gonna horrendously fail.
You're gonna
If the
get
Magi
set on
doesn't
fire by
outright
the
delete me.
Magi with their AP secondaries.
I mean, it does have a few HE ones as well, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if this... What smoke is this? It's German smoke, so it basically means I'm screwed. I'm gonna preemptively bow in, even though it's... Oh, it's not even shooting at me. Okay. He's shooting at the destroyer. Oh wow. Okay. Amagi, let's joust. 48
Yeah.
seconds
There-
on this.
There are still issues.
No!
Correct, a comfortable 150k game though.
I literally jinxed it. I said that he was about to set me on fire here.
Final boss, you should know that stream sniping CMs is very rewarding for the
Wait
team.
for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Yes, you want to ram me, Amagi. I know you want to, but look, you can't because I have torpedoes. Goodbye.
Bye, have a great time.
I'll take this. I'll
So-
take that game.
That was quite a comfortable game for you.
These battle cruisers are have fun. I'm not a battleship main, but they're definitely very enjoyable.
Yep.
No close quarter expert, but another 170k game, so I'll happily take that.
So let us show off the carriers.
Okay, so what we're going to have to do here is, as you're aware, legendary tier carriers can only queue against legendary tier carriers. So, I think our agreement is I'm going to leave the division here. I'm going to counter queue and try and stream snipe at basically ourselves to get into a game.
What's
Yep.
like the most AA cruiser I can get?
However, there's also a chance that our CM, our CCs might try and stream snipers.
Yep.
Uh,
I'll go in Hakirio. You go in Midway.
I'm
okay.
gonna go with Minotaur.
For those who wish to see Midway, hold on. I'll pull it up, and then Lane can pull up the Hakirio, and we can show you them both before we go into it.
Yep. So Hakirio has high explosive bombers and and the expected torpedo bombers. Quite high speed for their aircraft. The dive bombers have attack size of 3 and 3 with squad size of 9. Torpedo bombers attack size 2 with squad of 8. Then they drop 2 torpedoes per drop, but they have good damage and good speed. Let's look at that real quick. Yeah, you see it's there are 50 knot torpedoes starting, and good bomb damage. And that's the main things that matter for Hakirio. Armored flight deck. And that's that. So let's take a look at the Midway.
Oh, you can take a look when we play it, right? Let's
Yep.
just send it with Hakirio. I just had a question from Hakirio. How do you get the Agencore or the Plymouth? Plymouth will be available for the balloons in the store.
On September the 19th.
Yes, and Agencore will be part of a free event that's basically for the duration of 3 weeks. Every day you have missions to complete, and if you complete all missions of all these 3 weeks, you get the tier 3 Agencore, which will showcase near the end of the stream.
Yep.
Are you ready with your Midway, Mr.?
I am.
I mean, if you want maybe to show the Midway, or we can
Yes.
switch afterwards.
Yeah, if you want to switch the camera over to me.
Oh,
So-
I'll go to yours.
Welcome to the Midway. It's a very
Welcome
beautiful,
to the
a very
jungle.
beautiful aircraft carrier. I can pull the stats up, although it's a very chunky commander build, so we can bear that in mind. Ultimately, the dive bombers hit really hard. I was playing it earlier, and I had some instances where I were hitting battleships for 15k. However, the aircraft are very squishy, and the one thing I found out immediately is almost all legendary tier ships have really good AA. So there's pretty much nowhere on their half of the map you can fly where there isn't flak. And with the aircraft HP not being very spectacular, you find you lose your squadron pretty quickly.
It does have an armored deck though, as well.
Yes.
And I think a pretty chunky one. As far as I remember, these armored deck can bounce Yamato shells.
Yes. When I was being shot at, it did actually take them quite a while to sink me.
Yeah.
I was able to tank a number of hits before they got me. But I got deplaned so easily. You fly on that side of the map and it's just flak everywhere.
So basically, save your planes and try to get lone targets.
I made a
basically.
mistake. I accidentally hit A and it's insta-queued me before I could even do anything.
Well, I guess you're gonna play again by
Q,
yourself.
Robin. Robin, Q. Q, Robin, Q, Robin,
No.
go!
It's too late. He's loading already, Lane.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It
I guess
doesn't matter if I queue
you
now or
try
not.
and find a CC, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll probably either get Monk or Lewis, probably. So,
I was in queue for literally like millisecond.
oh, there we go. We're in.
All right. Which gameplay? Let's just stick to Lane's Hakirio and then we'll switch to.
We'll
your
show
game,
us one
yeah?
next game. Yeah.
All right, at least we're not fighting each other. All right, then. What are we dealing with? A lot of Minotaurs,
We got Lewis on the other team.
and we got Lewis. All right, then. Let's do it.
Also, V Stamp, I recognize that name. Just some shout outs here if I recognize anybody.
What is Hakuriyu's story?
Hakirio is essentially what if you were going to Google and look for Hakirio, probably the best way to do it would be to look up Taiho Kai. It's essentially a modified, upgrade, bigger version of Taiho, which was Japan's only armored carrier that they actually built, and then got sunk by a submarine. And so Hakirio is based on the design for Taiho Kai.
For those asking about seeing the armor view, I can show it after this game. Sorry.
Yep.
My bad.
I think Yamato's Midwest deck is something along the side of 50 millimeters or something like that.
Yep.
It is really chunky. Is it possible that one day the Zhao or Hindenburg will arrive in Legends? I feel like it's almost...
I think that's probably...
It's probably obvious at this point. These are literally ships that will make it to the game eventually. We just don't have any ETS on that. But there would be... Like, Zhao is definitely the legendary tier spot for the Japanese heavy cruiser line. While Hindenburg is also a direct upgrade from Ruin anyway, so...
That was a horrendous drop. Please do not use me as a model for your carrier gameplay, because I am mad.
It's also a Minotaur, so...
Yeah.
Alright, we're dealing with a Yamato on this side, and just a Mino. I see.
Okay.
Also, I would wager that... actually, can I just stay here and start blasting this Yamato? I think so, yeah. I'm using radar, which is unfortunate because there's not a single destroyer in this game. But I'll see if I can damage the anti-eye on the Yamato. Maybe that will be my contribution to this game. And we lost one of our best assets of the game already. Going to
100% an AA build Minotaur. I have a feeling he built that to try and get in this game.
Yeah, you think?
Yeah, that's like an 8 kilometer.
I'm telling you, legendary tier is all flak, dude. You're flying anything. It's
Yamato beached himself, by the way, if you want a free target.
Going for the GK. Got bombers right now. So.
I'm just trying to spank this Yamato here.
Whoop. Just one fire. Okay.
Not the best of positioning on my side, but I'm doing something.
One thing with Hakirio, though, if you are like me and cannot keep planes on deck and you mill through planes, Hakirio has an absurd restoration time for aircraft.
Is it like 40 seconds?
It's 40 seconds.
It's better than some of the tier 3 aircraft carriers, which, you know, are designed to have incredibly quick aircraft restoration to teach people how to play.
Or not?
Torpedoes missed. Wow.
Okay. Minotaur is literally providing AA cover to the Yamato. I need to find a better spot right now. Do you want me to do anything in particular?
No.
Try to damage the Minotaur so you can get to the Yamato, I guess?
Yeah, I'm gonna go for this grosser.
Okay. Yamato's pulling out anyway, so...
They've got a whole cruiser pile back here.
Yeah, they kind of do. I want to see if I can get some positions, but on this map, if you overextend, you can be out of the fight so quickly. It's not even funny.
Yep.
Oh, Yamato is actually half HP as well. Oh, no, that's not what I wanted to say. Sorry. Yeah, this Minotaur is just playing very safe. What are we dealing with in terms of cruisers? Alaska, which I have no idea where she's at. I don't know where the Alaska is, which is a bit concerning. Oh, wow. That feels relieving. The AC in the streaming room just suddenly turned off, and it...
It's a bad omen, I think.
soothes the ears. Minotaur's up. Oh, there's nobody that can actually shoot it. I don't know what I was thinking.
Might have be Alaska here, maybe.
Yeah, that's Alaska. That Alaska actually has to get focused down, please, if possible. The Viii brand, if you
Yeah.
can. Thank you. Don't set that down me, please. That'd be unfortunate.
He juked me on that one.
No, you're gonna hit two. You're gonna hit both. That's nice, nice drops actually. The only issue I have right now is all these battleships pushing right through. Based on
let's
the
go,
inside.
torpedoes.
Yeah, like this
Oh,
Yamato,
no.
for example, is a bit of a problem.
There are no plans to limit destroyers per team. Right now, it's about, I think it's like less than 8% of battles at high tiers have more than 4 destroyers per team. So
I need to be able to make that turn, otherwise I'm probably dead. Okay, good. I should be safe from that. Oh, this looks like a decent drop on this Yamato. Is that 8k?
that was AK.
Nice. Okay, I feel a bit daring. I feel like we should try to push that base from the other side. The left flank of the map
Yeah, I'm gonna
is
turn
completely
around.
open if you want to turn around, because they're gonna push the other one fairly hard, I think, at this point. Gotta counter push it.
Boost AA just annihilated me.
Yeah. If you want to switch gameplay over to Connor, it's all good way.
At this point, it's too late in the game. I've already been deplaned.
Oh, really? Okay. See if I can get this Yamato here and help out the guys.
I thought the Hakirio had AP bombs. She does on
Oh.
PC, not on
Yeah.
Legends.
Yeah, all the Japanese tech tree carriers have HE bombs in Legends.
Final
Yes.
boss, do we expect any buffs to ships in this update or no? Yes. So we've actually, originally, is it Piotr Bagration?
Piotr Bagration.
Piotr Bagration originally only had 3 slots. We've given it a 4th slot with radar, which is incredible.
It is.
It's now a whole new radar cruiser in the game. Belfast has improved HE pen, improved fire chance. It has more HE shell damage, better reload. It's in the patch notes. Just check our blog.
I don't know what I'm doing.
There is some
but
really juicy buffs.
I feel like I'm about to do something bad. I don't know why. There's a Buffalo here, which is scary.
Yeah, Belfast 43 got buffed. Peter Bagration got buffed. Des Moines got nerfed. A lot of the Pan-European destroyers got buffed.
Pretty much all the I think all pan-European
I don't think
destroyers.
Osterjylland got anything.
I think the 3, the 4, the 5,
What is Yamato?
the 6.
Huh, clear
Yeah.
sky
All got buffed.
from the Worcester. That's not surprising for some reason. Okay, I'm about to pop a radar in about 40 seconds, which is going to reveal the entire position. But right now, this is a very controversial spot, I mean, I have to admit. Okay, Alaska's dead.
Got him.
Well done. That was a solid drop, man.
Beautiful.
Absolutely beautiful. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to switch to my game for a second. I'm really sorry.
Go for
about
it. Go for it.
But I have to do this because the Curfest has no idea I'm here. He will have now the moment I activate my hydroacoustic. Come on, Minotaur. Just gimme. Okay, now's the time to actually reverse. Never mind, I am actually not going to switch to my my gameplay. I don't think it's a good idea because I'm about to die here.
That was
Goodbye,
called
Robin.
That is what it's called. They whipped.
Yeah. I should have pushed forward. Anyway, back to lanes. Curfest just literally denied me by doing a half turn and evaporating me.
Yeah, that's a good Curfest Slayer. Props.
It
to him.
is, definitely. I mean, he reacted quick enough, so that's me dead.
Final boss, any chance you add more ship stats like AP fuse time or Sigma? So, as of right now, it's something we're exploring. We have no concrete plans on how or if we're going to show elaborated stats, but it is definitely feedback we hear. The problem with something like Sigma is relatively that statistic on its own is worthless. because it requires dispersion and multiple other factors to really kind of calculate a ship's accuracy.
Yeah.
However, we do hear you, and it's about trying to find a way to please the hardcore players without overcomplicating the game for new learners, because the game already is very overwhelming, as some of you have pointed out. There's something we're exploring. There's no promises, there's no plans, but we see your feedback on it, and it's something we are looking into.
For now, best way to get Sigma information is to contact us on Discord.
Yeah, just message us.
And as well as our cord masters and moderators. Keep track of everything, and so they are also pretty reliable sources of this information. But yeah, what it is saying about Sigma, it's like really it's not a incredibly useful stat to know on its own, because it's essentially it's a statistic about your RNG, and so if you're able to calculate probability math for a Gaussian distribution in your head, then it's probably a useful number for you. If you're not able to do that, like 99.9% of people, it's just a very relative number.
For those who are super interested, though, I think the important ones are going to be Musashi and Yamato. So Musashi's Sigma is 1.65, and Yamato's is 1.8. So there is a tremendous shell grouping buff. We often refer to Sigma as shell grouping in game. So any commander skills you see that increase shell grouping, increase Sigma. So my commander build suggestion for Musashi would be to increase its shell grouping.
I believe you're in a bit of a trouble here, Blip.
Yep.
Maybe you can use the island as cover, but
I'm not too worried about that at this point.
Final boss, I hope you feel
yeah,
better
you'll
soon.
actually be fine. I don't think the Yamato can blap you at this angle. The Curfus, sorry, can blap you at this angle.
Thank you for the kind words. I actually feel fine. I don't feel like sick or anything. It's just for some reason in the office, like in the past 4 or so hours, my throat has been playing up. But it's not like a pain. I just don't know. It's causing me to cough. It's like a scratching. But I appreciate the kind words.
Goodbye, Grocer.
You think it will kill it? Yeah,
Jojo.
that will definitely finish him off, I think. Oh yeah, these torpedoes hit hard, man.
Yeah.
They hit really
They're
hard.
like 9,500 damage per torp.
Yikes.
Feels good. All right, to kill the Italian cruiser line questions. At this time, there are no plans for anything Italian cruiser.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't heard of any tweaks or changes regarding them.
So, like when it comes to SAP, there are still some things that we need to work on. They're not working entirely properly. I reported a bug on it last week. It's not ready yet.
That's a broadside carrier somewhere along these lines. If our Yamato's about to go down, which is a shame because he could literally delete this Hakirio.
There's no Italian news about anything.
Yep.
Yes.
This game is not done, honestly.
No, it's not.
It is not done. They have a full HP Minotaur almost, and our team is not looking healthy. We are about to lose Yamato basically now. Here we go.
Yep. I'm getting low on aircraft.
It is much harder to deplane the Japanese aircraft carrier in comparison to the American.
Although the planes do feel...
Just because you have that insane restoration time. No.
Is there a timeline for other nations for tier 8s? Not that I'm aware of. At least there's nothing we can share yet.
Yep.
I believe we may have, and don't quote me on this, we may have more tier 8 this year. I'm not specifically saying Tech Tree releases, but so far Elbing, Musashi, Republic, our campaign system switched from tier 7 to tier 8. So more tier 8, sure. But regarding the Tech Tree one for France, Italy, basically every nation that don't have the tier 8 yet. Even some people mention why don't we have a tier 8 for the US battleship split yet. They're gonna come, but in like a slow drip, basically. Because like they are expensive to research, expensive to purchase, expensive to service. If no one dies, we win this game in 50 seconds.
I'm gonna try not to. Basically, just turn around and run away.
Don't turn around because you might get melted by this Minotaur. Okay.
I'm already in the turn. It's too late.
Yeah, you are definitely.
It's a carrier. These things don't exactly have rudder shifts.
They don't.
So, I got 40k HP.
Yeah, but it's a Minotaur.
You only had 600k DPM.
All
That's
right.
fine.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude. There's work going on.
It's called the common cold.
I hope you'll be okay.
Welcome to it.
I
That's
don't think I
all.
have the common cold because I feel fine. Like I have no pains or sweats.
Oh man, I'm afraid this Worcester's about to get rushed by whatever battleship is left. Yamato. Uh-oh. Worcester, please. 8
Just
seconds.
live,
7 seconds. Please, Worcester. He's about to get blapped. No, we got this. All right, cool. Oh, that's a close one. I'll take it.
Armored flight deck Azimba.
I'm sorry I threw. I threw by literally offering myself as a sacrifice to the curves.
You didn't throw. We won.
Yeah, but I threw big time. I
All
threw
right.
my ship away.
Now we've got those underway.
Okay, can we actually this time sync drop properly?
Yeah.
And don't accidentally
Well,
press
no,
the-
Okay,
we-
it's not my fault. The game found something the moment I hit A. Like, what were the odds?
All right,
Well-
let me get something else for this.
we can get all together in one division.
So
We can actually.
Because I'm sure Lewis is probably willing to play another game.
Let me invite Blip again then in that case.
Connor.
Connor, yes, invite to division. It's gonna be a bit of a guilty pleasure, but I am going to run Cabalos on this.
all right, I wanted to see the armor viewer earlier. So let me show you real quick.
Well, we still have like around half an hour, so we'll show Plymouth.
Chunky Sid.
We'll show Plymouth and we'll show Agincourt. Agincourt?
Agen.
Agincourt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Of course, that's not how you say it in French, but the British won that battle.
Do we have any plans for making new maps? So there are maps that are existing on PC, especially I think the latest release for PC was the Falcon Islands.
Yep.
Which is a map that we've yet to port for Legends, obviously, because it's not there. But new maps are always good. New maps are always a good playground. Albeit, for Legends, we also like to experiment. For example, we have versions of a map for high tier, scaled down to only an area for lower tiers. I'm thinking Sea of Fortunes. I'm thinking Hotspot and stuff like that. So before we get new maps, we may have more variations of the same for a while.
There's something I need to show though, to address a few comments. If you can put it on my screen real quick. Okay, so I'm seeing a few people ask about this, and my knowledge on this is also fairly limited, so I can answer the best I can on this subject. So for 2 segments in both the Midway and the Hakirio Bureau, there are these special segments here, as marked by almost like the lines around them, where there is no base research speed. The Bureau will not calculate and proceed on its own. You progress these only by completing the daily trials, which require aircraft carriers.
Oh.
Meaning you have to play aircraft carriers to pass these segments, including the Tier 7 aircraft carriers. And effectively what this is doing is it's locking this carrier behind experience in carriers, preventing a player from getting access to a legendary tier carrier.
Let's not use words like preventing or blocking. It's
Well,
more like
you
experience
have-
is
yes.
required and acquiring these
Yes.
carriers is required to get to the midway. It's like a linear progression. If the midway was in the tech tree, you would also need to research, the tier below and play them as well to get experience on them.
You're
So-
effectively having to research and unlock carriers and gain experience in carriers to finish the Bureau to unlock the legendary tier. However, as you can see here, it says applicable any Tier 7 carrier. So it's not necessarily a specific one you have to research, you just have to play a Tier 7 carrier. Although the one previously for this, as showed, does require the Ranger in specific.
Yep.
So in doing so, basically, you just play. If you want to finish the Bureau, play some carriers, and it means you get some experience playing it before you dive into a very heavily AA saturated tier with a carrier like this. It's just helping you kind of get more familiar with them and play them a bit more before diving straight into end tier and being in a game full of Minotaurs and Fleasons with AA builds and so on, and well, not Fleasons anymore, obviously, because of the separation, but Minotaurs and Woosters with max AA builds, which will happen.
Do you know the length of this segment, or you just get through it
No.
via the completion? Or maybe it's just win a trial until you get
My information on
100,000.
this is incredibly limited.
Yeah.
I see.
If you contact me on Discord,
Yeah,
with
we'll be able to
questions,
pull some data on this.
I can pull more specific data and answer them. I'll also try to browse the Reddit and address any concerns about us on the Reddit. But the TLDR is you have to play carriers to progress the bureau in specific segments. They will not progress on their own without input.
And so far, the chat seems to like this idea, which I'm surprised about.
So, but
Good.
let us keep the ball rolling because we have to get through stuff and we have technically 20 minutes.
Okay. I mean, we can go
I'm
over
fine
it
with
a
going
little bit if we
longer,
want
but-
to. But so, boss, you're taking the midway, right?
Yes.
All right, let's send it. Yay. Okay, you helped to save 30 millions. Well, some people will like it, some people won't. It doesn't change the fact that this is the way that these legendary CVs will be obtainable.
Yeah. So, legendary carriers are for carrier players.
Yeah.
TLDR.
It's kind of how it should be, to be honest.
Bureau have always been kind of this experimental tool we've used to provide content in a different way, in different methods. People were also saying that Bureau was getting stale and Bureau was getting boring and it was kind of the same rinse and repeat. We don't want to change that too much because then it kind of kills the habit that players have, but also experimenting with these new ideas is also a way to make the Bureau a bit different. It's still going to be, a grind to unlock, as is every tech tree ship in this game, to be fully honest. But yeah. And we seem to be getting these midway, these CV games fairly quickly as well. which is
So,
nice.
regarding the shells falling short, it is something we're looking into. That's all I can really tell you right now. We don't think it's a bug, but might be something else
Okay, are we putting the camera on the
on the
midway?
carrier. Yep.
We are.
So right off the gate, I'm actually pretty happy with my spawns. I'm not going to move my carrier just yet because I feel like I'm close enough to the fight, but also quite enough way when I get spawns quite quickly.
Regarding the question, what is the service cost for LTCVs? They're the same as the LT ships. There's no class different service costs.
Yep.
Destroyer will cost you the same to service as a battleship or any other classes. So I think the service cost for legendary ships is 220,000 credits. Don't quote me on that. Or maybe it's 180,000. I don't remember. But they're going to be the same as your Alaska Des Moines, gearing, and so on and so forth.
No, it's not a F4U. That is a BTD-1 Devastator.
And to answer you real quick, Britt Churchill, he says, I don't understand why we have to buy the project if you already found a way of locking newbies out of it. It's not about locking newbies out of it, and bureaus are quite experimental for us. This is us trying to experiment new ways and also watch the data to monitor who is getting these bureaus and effectively completing them. So there are several things you have to do to get them. First of all, you have to play the game enough to get 30 million credits, and you purchase, and you progress your carriers. But on top of that, you also need to have leveled commanders and ships for other segments where you can boost them with commanders and everything else. Obviously, you're going to need to have your leveled commanders and the ships and so on. So it's a variety of different ways where we can effectively make it so you have to play the game in one way or another.
Oh, we have hidden peak in Musashi, and also I realized that the Shimakaze in B, and I should have been here to counter it. Oh well.
We got Peek in here?
Peak is in Musashi on our team. I think he's next to me. Yeah, he's right there.
You will notice very quickly that his aircraft are quite soft, so I'm trying to fly around and find an opening somewhere where I'm not going to get hit with an AA cloud. Because the one thing about Midway is the aircraft hit very hard. However, you're deplaned very easily. So for Midway, it actually pays off to be patient and wait for an opening, because the more drops you can get off, the more damage and the less likely being played you are.
Get the shimmer.
You sort of play the long game here.
I'm gonna go back to B. I'm gonna see if I can cap C and then make my way to Bravo. I'm just a bit afraid of the Des Moines, basically. That's a fire on Yamato, if you're interested, Connor.
Yeah.
Oh, you're on the other side, I see.
I'm just moving right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna go against the Shima as soon as I'm safe from this Des Moines. I don't want to get blapped by that Des Moines, basically.
Deja vu?
I'm trying to very carefully find something I can hit. Like, the Montana has pretty good AA, but he's on his own, so we're gonna try and do this one.
Are you okay, Blip?
No, I'm dead.
I'll get on the Shima. I'll get on the Shima. I got a crossfire on her, so as long as you keep her radar spotted, I'll just try.
Radar's good for 4 seconds.
Okay. Hydro. You're
Hydro's
assuming
up.
you're too far. No engine. That's good. Oh yeah.
So we got torpedo bombers.
That's the
20,000.
other torpedo chip gone. Chip repaired. I should have that, I think. Yeah. Oh wow, what happened?
Well, I ate 2 Shima torps. That's what happened to me.
Yikes.
Or I ate at least 1.
Okay. So who are you attacking?
So
I'm on a spot that the
I
moment
made a
on the
hit for
side.
19,000, but then lost all of my planes. So for midway, you really have to play the long game.
Oh, no.
Whereas Hakirio, you have the very quick restoration. You don't have that for midway. So though you do hit super hard, and your aircraft are definitely a presence which the enemy team need to be aware of. The aircraft carrier player has to be very careful because, as you're seeing, even being in the remote vicinity of anything, and my planes are almost
Well,
being
the
shot
CV
down
is here.
instantly.
By the way, I can shoot him if you spot him, but that demon is also a bit of an issue.
I can throw some planes away to get a top off from the line if it'll help.
It's all good. I'm gonna spot that midway and maybe get some damage on him.
Okay.
That demon is pushing me. Yeah, I gotta make a U-turn before he actually just rushes me because I feel like that's what he wants to do. Lots of fire on this Yamato though. I'm not sure. I could try to rush this demon, but if I do, he's probably gonna jump out of match me. But I'll try just go to B and cap it instead.
Ooh, that is an AA burst right there.
Yeah. Alright, let me try to get B and maybe spot the midway from the other side. He is trying to go after me, I think. Or is he trying to go after the Musashi? I think he's going after the Musashi. Yeah, he's going after the Musashi. I'm trying to help his man, but it's not gonna be too much, I'm afraid. I wish I could be stealth right now, but I guess it's not possible. Oof. I kind of want to wait because this demon is definitely going to be a problem. Yeah, it becomes a radar.
Yeah.
Oh, he's pushing the other side. Oh boy. You got a demon rushing you, by the way, Connor.
Yeah.
The max secondary range on the Tier 8 German battleship is like, it's basically 12 kilometers, give or take, plus or minus half a kilometer.
That Yamato is using the midway AA bubble. However, this Musashi right at the back
Oh.
with no AA, dude. Ooh.
That demon is making a big mistake. He
So-
really wants to kill that Musashi.
We have a Musashi at the very back of the map on his own with no AA.
Oh, please tell me you're gonna survive. I'm in your will to rebuild, Peak.
Okay.
No, I got him. I'm sorry, Peak. I'm really sorry. I tried to get him beforehand. I wasn't expecting him to just rush that side like that. Alright, well, we have to start. Yeah, at least this side is clear. I'm gonna see if I can try to clean the Yamato and then keep the midway spotted. That's gonna be my goal for this game, basically. Especially, I can focus the Yamato for you and try to wither him down. Or maybe I should focus the midway up. But might be a bit difficult for me. At least the Stalingrad is capturing B, which is gonna do a bit.
As you can see, the weakness of Musashi. It really is.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus the midway. I feel like it's the actual target to engage at this point. Yes, good job. Stalingrad is.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a lot.
20k double fire.
On the Musashi.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna return these planes.
I'm chunking the midway as well.
Yeah, probably good to go for the left side, Connor,
Okay.
because they're getting into a big ball up there.
Yeah, I'm gonna focus the fire of 3 of these guys: the Yamato, the Musashi, and the midway. I'm sure. Ouch, that hurts. But yeah, the midway is gonna have to go. I'm gonna do my best to wither him down, but I'm gonna need the help from the Stalingrad.
Yeah. So the update to saturation prevention. So that's a change we made in this update with the quote-unquote minor penetration. Essentially now, anytime that you over-penetrate a battleship, it's almost always, I'm not going to say always because bugs happen, but it should always do 10% damage. Like if you hit a battleship with an AP shell and do not shatter, it should do at least 10% damage all the time. So that's the fix to saturation. And that happened this update, which does nerf will to rebuild in some very, very extreme cases that don't happen that often. But it does solve the issue where you'll be spamming AP at something and it will die.
I'm trying to big brain thing here. I'm purposely trying to take this Republic from its outside to force him to turn away. Because if he turns towards me now, it's steering him away from the team, forcing that Montana to 1v2 our team. I'm actually trying to big.
I'm holding both Yamato and Musashi at bay right now, I guess. At least I'm just going to keep them in the corner of the map. Trying to be as obnoxious as I possibly can.
So yeah, for full pins aren't affected by minor penetrations because it's a full penetration. So full pins always do damage, essentially.
Oh, this Yamato is cooking.
So I think the left side is good. I think they can take Montana. Is that Musashi still alive?
The Musashi is still alive, yeah. I think he's healing with... I'm just burning both of them down and just keeping them very busy right now, but I'm not going to last extremely long because they are quite good shots.
Are they separated?
No, I don't think they win. No, they're not separated enough for your squadrons at least. But I'm burning down the Yamato quite hard.
Why is Boss not pre-dropping some planes? Pre-dropping is useful. However, right now with the with the AA I'm up against and the health of these planes, I need as many planes as I can to basically get the drop off. Because I'm guaranteed to lose a couple planes even trying to get there. And I'm hoping for a follow-up drop.
SailingRobin is helping me as well, so I'm gonna try to be a bit more aggressive here.
From what I know, the saturation issue should be fixed, even for British light cruisers. So, but if it's not, send me videos. Like, take videos. If you see bugs, you see weird things, take video. You have a record what just happened feature.
You're smacking this Yami, you know.
I am annoying him quite hard, but I'm a Khabarovsk. I'm like the biggest annoyance of battleships ever.
I'm not even going to bother dropping on him.
No, I got the Yamato. Just go from Musashi. The Yamato, I've basically destroyed all of his AA, and he's about to go down by SailingRobin, I think, soon, so... Yeah, he has fires he can't repair, so I'm just going to switch to Musashi at this point. Yeah, that's a mist.
Good job.
It's Khabarovsk, I guess. We can hold its own against battleships at least. Nice game.
This is going to hurt.
Oh yeah, you might even finish him off at this point. Wow.
Fine.
Wow. Okay, cleared.
Next.
A little bit spicy.
Okay. Yeah, I'll take it.
So you'll notice, yes, I have a lot of damage this game, but you'll realize over the course of this game, for the first half of the game, I basically didn't hit anything. I just spotted.
Until the entire was withered down by HE.
So
and hits,
for the first half of the game, the way you sort of play midway, from my experience so far, is for the first half of the game, you're basically just a glorified spotter. You just fly around, you spot, you help your team. Because the moment you get in the AA bubble of anything, your planes are gone. So you wait until your team sort of shoot a few of the AA cruisers and you sort of whittle down the AA of a few ships. And then you start trying to target the isolated ones. Because like I said, you hit super hard, but your aircraft is so weak. So if you're going to keep flying planes into AA bubbles, you'll be deplaned and your game's over within a few minutes. Which is the first lesson I learned. I played one game and I was deplaned on like my 4th run and that was it.
I think it's a good tip, honestly.
You really are required to actually play this aircraft carrier as intended, because it's very good at its one play style, and that's very carefully and strategically picking off isolated targets or targets that are heavily saturated with HE. If you don't do that, you'll find your game is over very quickly. Whereas Hakirio has much faster plane restoration, so you can be a bit more careless. So midway hit is a glass cannon. Hits like a truck, gets shot down like a truck. So take that advice as you may. I'm definitely not the best aircraft carrier by any means, but I feel like I've played enough of them now to really...
I'm sure there will be variations in builds, and people will figure out a way to just improve the HP of the planes or make it in a way that, you know, they can make it work and so on and so forth.
However, as you guys have seen, you don't have to focus on damage all game to get a good damage game. For the first half of that game, I shot nothing and just spot. And that game was practically a steamroll. So
more or less.
It really pays to help your team, because by helping your team, they'll help you. Yep. They'll take down the AA mounts and give you a much easier time at just getting them 20k hits. Like, bam, Musashi, 20k double fire. And that is down to the teamwork of you effectively not just YOLOing as a carrier and and really coordinating with your team on kind of picking targets. So play stupid games, win stupid rewards. If you play recklessly, you'll die recklessly. But for the most part, it's a strong carrier, and I think it's definitely worth the grind.
I think it's time.
So, time for...
Agenco. It's about the
We haven't covered Wichita or Plymouth.
Well, Wichita, Plymouth, fair enough. Yeah, true. Did you guys want to see Plymouth? We can try Plymouth.
Yeah, we should show Plymouth, absolutely, at least.
All right, then.
And people also asked us for the Wichita comparison.
I can play Wichita, and
I'm sure we can go like 10 minutes over on the stream.
Yeah,
we
I
have a
think
lot
we
to
can.
show.
One more game.
I guess Connor and I will go Plymouth, and then you'll go Wichita. So
Yeah, sure.
the difference between... I have that pulled up here. Difference between Wichita CE, which is the old Wichita, and the new Wichita, is that the main thing that you'll see is that the high explosive damage of new Wichita is 200 damage less. It's only 2600 damage. This is not a standard build, this is not a stock commander rather. 2600 damage instead of 2800. The AP shell damage has been increased over the original Wichita. The AP shell's ricochet angle guaranteed has been decreased. It's a nerf. So the AP shells on new Wichita act much more closely to Baltimore's AP, whereas old Wichita AP acts more similarly to British light cruiser AP. So that's essentially the difference. Old Wichita has basically British light cruiser AP. New Wichita has standard U.S. American cruiser AP. The accuracy has also been reduced on new Wichita. It's slightly less accurate than regular Baltimore. So it's slightly less accurate than regular Baltimore, with probably slightly better penetration and better survivability than regular Baltimore, and rate of fire. So
All right.
that's the gist of it.
Let's go. It's going to be the last game for tonight. I wish we could have played Agincourt, but you guys will be able to unlock the ship for yourself during the Majestic Days event. I had some infographics to showcase regarding the rewards and so on and so forth, but the missions are pretty straightforward, they're fairly easy, and they are daily.
So
The way it's going to work is that for the Majestic Days event, if you miss one day, you will still be able to get that milestone, just like the campaign, with 250 doubloons, and it's going to be, 8 times 3 missions? 7 times 3 missions? One every day for 3 weeks, basically.
yeah, we'll cover that when we get to Agincourt. Yeah.
If we get it, because I think we're gonna start running a bit late if we get through it after this
I don't
game.
mind. Are you pressed for time?
All right, I'll see. Let's see how long this game takes then.
Okay. So, Plymouth is based off. So, whenever they were building the town class light cruisers, so this is the cruisers like Southampton and Gloucester and Edinburgh, but before they got to Edinburgh, they were going to build the last 2 town class light cruisers as larger ships than the previous ones, and they had a little bit of weight to play with. What they hoped to get was Plymouth, with quadruple gun turrets rather than the triples of the other ships, and a little bit of a larger ship. But they found it wasn't really feasible with the acceptable armor costs, or unacceptable armor costs, so they ended up building the Edinburgh and Belfast. But Plymouth is the what if they went with the firepower.
Considering the fact that they had to offset the triple mounts turrets, put the middle gun a bit backward to prevent the shells from being rendered inaccurate due to their own blasting at the muzzle, I don't know if would a quad layout like this would have been functional, pragmatically?
It would have worked.
What is the Dunkirk doing here?
But it would not have worked as well. That is a...
If you want to wither him, I can put some smoke down. You can take spam him.
Look, I think I can tank a Dunkirk.
That is an unfortunate Dunkirk. You shouldn't fail division.
In a Wichita. I'm just afraid about the other BBs. yeah, like this Vladivostok, for example. I mean, it's the only target I can shoot at, right? That's the Massachusetts. There's the Massachusetts on the right. I gotta be careful. That's fine. So you just smoke behind me. Okay.
Well, you said you wanted.
I'm on a go dark. I'm on a go dark. I'm just gonna chill here. I don't need to be too aggressive on this.
I just wanted to get in the cap. Let's start hitting.
Well, whatever cruiser is shooting at me is not accurate. Oh, hello. That's Akatsuki. Hydro is up. Any shots on the Akatsuki?
I'm moving.
We'll have in a moment. Popping my hydro as well.
I'm about to get wrecked here. I gotta go forward.
He's made it into cover. I got nothing on him.
Torpedoes?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Radar up. I don't want her to get away.
On the island. He's weak though.
Yeah, he's really low. My radar is up for 25 seconds, so please finish her off.
I don't think I'm gonna have a hit in that time.
I'll see if I can finish it, I guess. But
Well, maybe. If he keeps going the way he is.
yeah, she's trying to get away from the cap, which
Hang on.
is she slowing down?
I'm gonna get her.
Ah, come on.
I'm gonna get her.
Red eye's down. I got a fire on her though, so she might actually burn out. Burn down, sorry. Yeah, she's still burning. No, she repaired. You guys don't have radar, right? Because you have smoke. That's unfortunate.
Yep.
That is really unfortunate. That's a fire on the Bismarck.
Final is like a 17-year-old in a band. You never know, it might be. Who's to say I'm not?
I'm really concerned about the Massachusetts in front of us.
Yep. Yeah, the Plymouth is the glassiest of glass cannons. You've basically got the hull of Belfast 43, and because you don't like getting shot at if you can avoid it at all costs.
Here's the Massa.
Yeah, and the nose isn't exactly the strongest. Yeah. I'm being hit by a few things. Oh no.
God, I'm spotted.
Torpedoes? Akatsuki survived, which is really
Jeez,
important.
this bot name. Hang on, we've got some bots in the chat, Robin, and this one has a very interesting name actually.
I'm gonna see if I can triple task here and ban it while I try not to get obliterated
we need a
in
mod
my
check.
Wichita.
The bots are getting sloppy though. It's taking them a while now.
Oh my god.
2 hours without a bot. It's a
This
new record.
is not ideal right now for me.
Dude, that bot name. Yeah.
Please reach it out reverse. Come on. Ay ay ay.
Oh, Lana. Hello.
I'm trying to focus the Massachusetts, but it's gonna be a rough ship to get dead basically.
Yeah, Bismarck just spanked me.
I'm focusing the Massa right now, trying to get some damage in.
One Akatsuki.
I got the Akatsuki under my red. Nice.
I got it right before I died.
Come
Oh,
on, sorry,
Christ.
Damn.
Ooh, can I dodge these shells?
Oh
no.
I'm gonna have to try and counter the Edinburgh. It's not gonna be easy, but
Right, guys.
Boss is not having a good time
Dude,
right now.
it's like 2 hours without a bot. Bro, Final's been with you the whole time. How are you going to ignore him? Like,
Oh God,
bruh.
Yikes!
the roasting.
You guys bully me
Yeah,
so much.
that's a proper bullying right now. I feel like this game is not going the way we intended to.
Nope.
He is compromised. I think I'm about to go down here. That push is not what I should have done. Alright, let me see if I can find the Edinburgh and 1v1 her. Oh, what is this? Atlanta? Okay. Brave. I'm waiting for
Brave,
this to
but
shoot.
holy shit. Is Atlanta coming back?
Radar.
I've been radared.
Oh, by the Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did have healthy London.
Oh, he got a salvo out. That's really unfortunate.
It's not good.
I'm just trying to survive right now. That's what I'm trying to do.
Plymouth does not have super heal.
Yeah. It
Alright.
is the glassiest of glass cannons. But I'm gonna
You think you can have
murder
me
this
on the-
Atlanta.
Yeah, just murder her. Well, I'll just try to deal with the Edinburgh, but it's gonna be a rough take.
Good.
Because I have so many battleships just lasing me. I mean, ready to laze me at least. I should load HE against this guy.
Oh god, this is not a good situation.
You think? I'm facing an Edinburgh with the worst turret traverse in the game. What is going on?
Yep, there we go.
No. Why you leave me like this? All right. Well, I guess I'll 1v1 in Edinburgh. See who wins.
Yep. So you have pretty monstrous DPM with Plymouth, which is not always a recipe for success, because you give up, you get that DPM at the cost of all of that no armor.
The only thing is with this cruiser fight is that I'm not hitting her. Oh, here we go. That's a good hit.
Try to ask, or to pronounce it Gloucester? Or Gloucester? Is it
Ah,
Gloucester?
this
Is it Gloucester?
British pen
Is it Gloucester?
is so rough to deal with.
Gloucester?
Gloucestershire?
No, it's not. It's not Chester. Or
I don't know.
it's either Gloucester or Gloucester. Like it's either Gloucester like Worcester or Gloucester. No other options.
It's weird for me when I see Worcester because I instinctively want to call it Worcestershire.
Or Gloucester. Is it Gloucester? Okay.
The fight to the death. It's this Edinburgh. Who's gonna win? I think she has a pretty high chances of finishing me off with. She has more DPM than I do, and also like 3 battleship support. So, oh wow, yeah, that's me. That's me gone.
Yeah. The Plymouth torpedo range is 10 kilometers with like 16.6k damage. You have 4 of them per side. It's Gloucester.
If this guy could go down, that'd be magnificent. Oh, you think you can smoke? No, sir, I'm sorry.
I've got you in my sight.
I think the mathematics might just get the finishing blow on me. Ooh, come on, please.
I believe in you. I believe.
This is dead to fire.
No, he's not.
No.
He's
Super heal.
Edinburgh. She has a super heal, bro, and I'm out of heal myself. Like she's super healing right now.
We have already played the new carriers. Just go back about 20 minutes and you'll find that gameplay.
My God, Edinburgh is a tough cookie to crack. She might win this still. She might win this still, honestly. Like I think she might just win this. If she does, then props to her, honestly. Yeah, she's winning this.
Come on.
Nah, she's got me. She's got me. Well, I mean, she had the battleship support which chunked me. If it was a pure 1v1, I would have won, but oh, that guy annoyed me. Really annoyed me. Anyway, it is what it is. Fine.
Quickly switch into Agincourt.
Yeah, let's finish it with Agincourt. I'm getting really tired, to be honest.
It's been a long day.
It was a long day, and I had like 3 hours of sleep today, so I'm getting to the end of what I can possibly do right now. Okay. We need you to
Boss.
It's okay. Just give him a second.
Like, give me 10 seconds.
Be the king the king of fail divs right there.
Yes.
Yeah, no. I'm running a secondary Agincourt, so
2 of the most toxic cruisers going head to head actually makes for solid content. I tried, but I mean I was at a serious disadvantage. But props to the Edinburgh. She was slippery as they come.
yeah. So Agincourt is competitor for new king of secondaries at tier 3. She has the longest secondary range. She has improved accuracy. And yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, a lot of guns. That's basically what makes her fun to play.
Yep. And Agincourt has a gun for every day of the week.
And she has no anti-air.
Ah, the Transformers content. Okay, so if you have some of the skins, they're pretty similar. They're just legendary tier variants.
Yep.
I can give you a rapid glance through, but I mean, you can see them in the store yourself. You can preview them in the store.
Yep. We'll show what they look like afterwards. I
By the
guess.
way, there's a lot of destroyers on this match, so it might be a bit funny. Okay.
I'm going to Bravo.
Bravo. All right.
Yep.
I'll just stay. I'll put my bow towards A and try to get some crossfire on you guys then.
So
That'll be a big chain of base.
Wardeno, if you sell a CE ship, you can get it restored as a CE ship. So Agincourt's story is a weird one. So Agincourt was originally ordered by Brazil for their navy as the Rio de Janeiro. They decided that they couldn't have less firepower than their previous ships, the Minas Gerais class. And it was but they didn't want to increase gun size because they didn't want to introduce a new shell type. And so they decided to add yet another turret to the design, and you got 7 turrets. Then they decided that times changed and they couldn't afford the ship, so they sold it to Ottoman Turkey, who renamed it Sultan Osman I. And then World War I started. It was under construction in a British dockyard, and so it became property of the Royal Navy. And it served through World War I, fought in the Battle of Jutland, nearly devastated a Wix-class destroyer, and no, that's all she wrote.
Speaking of Wix-class destroyers, whoa, Izakazi. I want to see if I can. I want to see if I can out zucchini the zucchini. Okay.
The secondary.
I have to admit, the ripple fire with this is satisfying as hell.
Yup.
Boink, boink, boink. All right, not that much damage, but now I have to try and avoid some Izakazi torpedoes.
But the reload on this thing is monstrously long. It's 36 seconds base reload. And the accuracy leaves much to be desired.
Accuracy is not bad so far. Just the broadside zucchini is quite annoying to deal with, I have to admit. Nice torpedoes. Oh, that's a good hit on the zucchini. Just dodge the Izakazi torps. I'm just gonna keep weaving.
Goodbye, Smith.
Oh, Izakazi, you wait. You wait. Alright, full salvo. Let's see how it sounds. There we go. That's better. No, still no torpedoes. I'm sorry. Meanwhile, I'm just trolling. 5 pens. I didn't finish this guy. That's really unfortunate. Okay. Oh, there she is. All right. Turn before she gets the read on the torpedoes.
Wait, I have three close quarters experts so far.
You want a fourth?
What is your secondary range?
It's long. I think it's 7 point.
Woo! Sorry, I had to vaporize that guy.
It is 7.8 kilometer secondary range at tier 3.
Oh no, I'm so sorry. He's okay. I have been Tokyo drifting through these torpedoes. Ooh.
Big chunk.
Goodbye, Dugay. Oh, am I gonna weave through more torpedoes? Okay, guys, the goal is not to take a single torpedo this battle. Can we do it? I think we can. Come on. Here you go. Alright. I'm sorry, I'm gonna switch to whoever screens. I keep having it by default. I'm a terrible I'm a terrible stream lead. We haven't showcased as well the Transformer skins. There's a lot to showcase this update. I have
We
to
can
admit.
speed run the Transformer skins.
We can speed run them at the end. Yes.
Yep.
This might be 2.5 hours instead of the usual 2, but that's all right. Oh, hello. At least that game is gonna be over quick, which is nice.
Yep. Just gotta get in range. I very desperately need to use the restroom.
Yeah, me too. I'm like,
Max capacity.
yeah. I'm crossing my legs right now.
Ooh, okay. That was
Yeah.
15,000 on the South Carolina.
There are not currently any plans to buff the secondary ranges of any of those ships. And now the 22-ish knot
That is
log begins.
so many shells. I think this South Carolina is rip. Yeah, she's rip.
Yes, if you have a dispersion commander, your sigma value does not change.
Can we get a combined salvo on this Hermes? That'd be fun.
I mean, I don't think I'm in range.
I'm not in range for another like 5 minutes.
I will be shortly.
What is this? Can I Orion? No, I'm gonna focus on the CV. Whee!
So there's no announcements on the American cruiser historical camos.
Ooh. I said don't take a torpedo, but I'm gonna take one. That's unfortunate. I think this Hermes is taking a handful of Clemson torpedoes. That's one. Is she going to go down? I think so. Otherwise, I'm yonking this. Well done, Clemson. And the game's
That's
over.
it.
All right.
I'm gonna say my good, I'm gonna have to say my goodbyes now. I really have to go. So, so thank you for coming, everybody. These two are probably gonna show the Transformer stuff real quick.
Yeah, I will. I will.
But nature is calling.
Definitely.
So have a good night, everybody. Sorry for the runoff.
Did we invoice any of the Transformer stuff to our accounts?
Yes, I gave it to all of them.
Okay, so it's basically for legendary ships.
It's going to be much easier to show it in the store because you can actually preview the ships.
Yeah, but that's the thing, though. They're not in the store. Yeah, the content from Transformer will be September 1st, but basically, I have everything I need to show you on this. So as far as I'm aware,
Okay.
we have Goldberg for gearing. So let me just unready myself in the division. That would be helpful.
I think Republic.
Yeah.
This one.
There's a bunch. There's gonna be Goldberg for gearing. I'm gonna show them one to
Minotaur
one,
has
basically.
Hot Rod.
Just yeah, one by one, I guess. I'm actually going to go no UI here and show them to you quickly. All this content will be available in the store. These you'll be able to get the same commanders as previously, as well as new camouflages for this time legendary ships. So you have this. You have I believe Montana has the same camo as Iowa, which is King of Freedom Fighter. Then never mind. So that's how the camo looks for Montana. You have like a big semi truck next to the plane on the back, and so on and so forth. You're gonna have Grosser Curfus. You're gonna have Minotaur. Let me see if I can have that camouflage for here. Here we go. Minotaur with the hot rod camo. So basically the same as Edinburgh, but just this time on the Minotaur. It's gonna be almost the same ship that had it on the previous wave, except that they're gonna be for LT this time. You're gonna have a camo for Grosser Kurfürst, Messenger of Oblivion, which I believe is the actual camo for Megatron. I'm not too versed into the Transformers lore at this point. Next on, we'll have a camouflage for Khabarovsk. The previous one was for Tashkent, Crushed and Destroyed with Rumble. And also Republic, somewhere in there.
King of Primitives. I have it on my screen now if you want to.
You got it? All right. And I do think, additionally, that there was one with Starscream, but I cannot remember for which ship.
Starscream was aircraft carrier.
Yes, it was.
I don't think we have. Maybe.
Perhaps.
I don't have my memory here.
I think that's all there is. Now, regardless, everything will be in the store on the 1st. But there's a complete new wave with this time different drops on the containers. You can head to our container drops, and there'll be this time a bit of a more grouped together drop. It's like 20% drops for the camouflages and the commanders, instead of having each item separately depicted. So yeah, and that was long. That was really long. If we missed one of the camo, I don't think it's a big issue. Of course, all these commanders come with their voiceover like the previous few waves.
The camos don't come with the voiceovers, the commanders do.
Yeah.
And they will be
commanders,
in the
obviously.
store. Yeah.
So yeah, that's gonna be the stream. Long.
Very long.
Long. Yes. I hope we haven't missed anything, and I hope you guys had fun. We had enormous numbers tonight. I kept an eye on the counter, and we breached almost 700 concurrent viewers, which is some of our record for a long time. So thank you so much for sticking with us through this stream. I hope we could answer the question you wanted answered. And if we left you frustrated with some answers, you can always reach out to us on social media, mostly Discord, specifically for all three of us. And, if you have anything regarding the update, that's where you can get more information. It was a pleasure being here. That's going to be me for tonight. And I'll leave the rest to my dear colleagues.
Have a good one, guys.
Have a good one, everyone. I already said my goodbyes. So
Yeah. And remember, no armor is best armor. Especially for light cruisers, I guess. Anyway, have a good evening, and we'll see you next time. Bye for now.